You're listening to Fox Sports 1310, WGHAM Newport News, and WVSP-FM HD2 Yorktown. This is Fox Sports 1310.
We are Fox Sports.
This Fox Sports 1310 update is brought to you by
Shamrock Marathon Weekend. That's right, the Euclid Shamrock Marathon Weekend is back March 14th through the 16th. Come find your pot of gold at the Charmin Virginia Beach Oceanfront. This 3-day event features the Euclid Shamrock Marathon, Anthem Shamrock Half Marathon, Town Bank Shamrock 8K. Claim your spot before this epic event sells out at shamrockmarathon.com. That's shamrockmarathon.com. In college basketball, yes, Old Dominion, with a buzzer beater by Robert Davis Jr., has beaten Texas State 64-61. They rallied from a late 6-point deficit to shut out Texas State for nearly 2 minutes, then walked out of the Pensacola Bay Center 64-61 with 1.8 seconds left. Monarchs move on. In the NFL, free agency is going crazy as the Jaguars are trading Christian Kirk to the Texans. Now they're trading him for, get this, a 2026 7th-round pick. And that 7th-round pick was headed to Jacksonville, originally belonged to the LA Rams, what sources told Scheffler. And also in the NFL, Brian Bobby Wagner is coming back to the Commanders on a 1-year deal worth for $8 million guaranteed, but the deal could be worth up to $9.5 million. We got NFL free agency talk. It's been a wild one. This is the Morning Drive with Johnny D. We're powered by Cover Sports TV. Fox Sports 1310, 100.9 FM, and streaming live on YouTube at Cover Sports TV. Let's get to the show.
live from the OVM with Annie Mac Home Mortgage Studios, the official home of the Hampton Road sports fan. It's the Morning Drive, powered by Cova Sports TV on Fox Sports 1310, along with Suave and J-Lo. Here's your host, Johnny D.
Yeah, feeling good on a Friday. Until I turned on the TV this morning. They're showing some late night with Luka highlights from last night, being a Knicks fan. Oh, boy. Let me tell you. And then yesterday afternoon, I'm going to tell you, it started to get entertaining on the NBA front. A little Kendrick Perkins, a little Charles Barkley. You don't want no smoke. And then last night, and I actually retweeted it on the X this morning at Drive Johnny D there, Suave. Did you see a little Stephen A. Smith, LeBron James courtside?
Yes, I did.
You know, that's the what you're talking about, taking things out of context and where people take a storyline and run with it. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm doing. I reposted it on the X this morning. Oh, absolutely. I have no idea what they talked about, but if you look at body language, right? You see Stephen A. giving a little shoulder nudge. You see LeBron a little bit heated. Hand gestures, kind of walking away, side-eye.
Love it.
Very nice.
Love it.
Very nice.
Yes.
We've all been in that position. So good to be with you on a Friday. It is a Feel-Good Friday on the program. The Morning Drive, Fox Sports 1310 AM, the Fox Sports 1310 app. You can follow us on the X this morning at Drive Johnny D, where our first poll question this morning, J-Lo, put it up there on the poll. Can ODU make a run and win the Sun Belt Conference and punch their ticket to the NCAA tournament? I'd love to hear. Make sure you tag the ODU fans this morning who probably stayed up late last night. What time did that game get over last night?
I have no idea.
No clue.
I have no clue.
So you did not stay up and watch it?
No, I did not.
You did not put on the ESPN Plus?
No, I did not.
To check it out?
I just watched the highlights, and then I seen what happened. I said, oh, okay, ODU can do anything.
Yeah, nice little three-pointer at the buzzer. They win it. They move on. Who is next on the gauntlet for one Old Dominion University men's basketball tonight?
App State.
It's going to be App State, which, again, you want to talk about a team that's got a little bit of confidence. They got smoked by App State at home, but they went on the road and beat App State. So another winnable game for Mike Jones, who, if you pull another one off, you start to roll into the semifinals, correct? Who would they play in the semifinals there, J-Lo, if they beat App State?
It's either JMU or South Alabama.
I got to believe so. South Alabama is the one seed. I think it's JMU.
I think it is too.
I don't have the bracket in front of me because I don't have 17 pages of paper to roll out the bracket. Do you have the bracket in front of you?
Yeah, this is actually Richie did the game last night, so I'm looking at the bracket as we speak.
They're on the bottom end of the bracket. I know
they
that.
are.
And I believe JMU is the 2 seed on the bottom end of the bracket.
That's correct.
Now, the one thing I will say, and I don't know about JMU, but they haven't played in a while. Might be a little bit rusty. They're just hanging out in Pensacola all week, I guess. Or they've been practicing up at Harrisburg. But we'll see.
So it looks like, from what we're looking at, if they beat App State, they got to go to Troy.
Wow. God almighty. It's the tournament that doesn't end.
Great reaction.
Hot damn. So, look, very winnable game tonight against App State. You win, you move on. But we talk about it. ODU does not, and I'd have to look at the box score from last night, how many players they actually played last night. But you're just running on adrenaline right now. Yeah. When you have an opportunity, when these kids got an opportunity to punch their ticket, and they know you're not going to get in as an at-large. That's not happening out of the Sun Belt. So you got to win in advance. That adrenaline could take you far. You're not really worried about conditioning. You're worried about recovery at this point, right? Hey, get off your feet, do a little ice bath, do the gun, all that good stuff, and then we'll get back at it. During the game, you're not thinking about tomorrow and, hey, let me rest some legs here. And you would love to think about it, but you can't afford that opportunity. Look at the box score from last night there.
I got it right here.
How many players did they play last night, ODU?
They played 9.
9. Mm-hmm. There you go. So they went 9 deep. That's not bad. Not bad at all. So the rotation is 9 deep, and we'll see. So they got Troy tonight. What time is that game?
8:30.
8:30 again.
8:30 Eastern time.
Yeah,
8:30 Eastern time, 7:30 local time. And, of course, you can check out that game on Priority Auto Sports Radio, 94.1. I do have an issue with Priority Auto Sports Radio 94.1, by the way.
Uh-oh.
Just going to let you know. I do have a little bit of a smoke. Yeah, go ahead, play that. I do have a little bit of smoke this morning. A couple of things. Number one, I tuned in yesterday afternoon because, of course, I listen to Scotty Jackson weekday afternoons right there from 3 to 6 or 3 to 6:30 or 3 to 7, or if the Tides are playing 3 to 5, whatever. He comes out at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, we established that.
And I love the fact that he gets a lot of text trolls on his radio show. He gets a lot of people who love to text in and have a comment, which I love because, look, we do the same thing on our show in the morning on the YouTube stream at Cova Sports TV. We love when the people make a comment in the comment box. We read it over the air. We have a good time. Like Hank has chimed in already this morning. He's letting me know that game got over at 10:30 last night. And a hot damn, like bailing out loud. So he's talking again reality shows this morning. And if you got a comment, put it into the comment box at Cova Sports TV on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. But I tuned in yesterday afternoon. I don't remember what time. I think I was coming back for the gym. I've come to find out that when I go to the gym, that's when I get in the most trouble. The stuff that I listen to going to the gym, while at the gym, and coming home from the gym is when I tune into the podcast and everything else. That's when I tend to get into a little bit of trouble. So I tune into Scotty's show, which Scotty does a tremendous job. And we know that Scotty is a fanboy when it comes to Old Dominion University and for the Washington Commanders. For some reason, and I think God was looking over me yesterday, I tuned in at the specific moment when he got back-to-back text trollers dumping again on my Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen. I don't understand what is wrong with you people, right? I don't understand. Josh Allen is overrated. The Buffalo Bills are overrated. Josh Allen should not be winning the MVP. Just one after another after another. And I'm a little bit disappointed at Scotty. Scotty is encouraging it. I think Scotty is going out of his way and encouraging this type of behavior on his radio program. So I went to the X this morning, like any responsible journalist would do. I'm not going to take it up with Scotty. I'm not going to call him. It's not going to be a man-to-man conversation. What is any respective journalist going to do? You're going to go to the X. I'm going to go to the social media. Yeah. I'm going to hide behind my keyboard and make a comment. And I'm giving Scotty's fans a little bit of smoke this morning on the X this morning. I simply said, hey, happy Friday. JD, not feeling good on this Friday about ESPN Radio 94.1 and Jackson Sports text trolls dumping on my Buffalo Bills. Bills Mafia, and Josh Allen. Tuned into my man Scotty's show only to hear people taking shots again. Text trolls nowhere to be found in the morning. They're not. I think they come out at noon. I think they sleep until 11. They wake up. They have a little bit of lunch. They gather their thoughts. They get ready at 3 o'clock, and then they text Scotty at about 3:30, 5 o'clock. So I'm not happy this morning, Suave, about that at all. I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy about my Knickerbockers last night. You got a lead halfway through the fourth quarter on LeBron and Luka, only to give it up. They lose in overtime last night. But I will say this. If you are an NBA fan, the Lakers right now, that is must-watch TV. They are a lot of fun.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
They are.
Yeah. So other teams too, but okay.
Like who? Like
okay, OKC.
Okay. So seriously, though.
See, the thing about the issue with, and we're gonna talk about this because this hit big. I saw this yesterday when I was doing what's trending in sports, and Barkley said it absolutely perfect. But we're gonna talk about more about that later on. But I'm gonna say it like this: OKC are looking good. Cleveland's good. The issue is they're not market teams. They're not LA. They're not Golden State. They're not New York. They're not Miami. They're not market teams. So these teams, nobody paying attention to the Cavaliers and OKC. They're not paying because they're not really big market
They're not
teams.
sexy there, Suave.
Nowhere near.
Look, you got to talk sexiness, and I know you don't know what that word means, and I know J-Lo don't know what that word means, but I know sexy. I know sports, and I know sexy sports. And right now, OKC, and I love OKC. Told you, I got a personal connection to OKC. Me and Sam Presti, general manager of OKC, we go way back, and I love Sam. Sam has done a tremendous job, but he started with the Sonics and now at OKC. Tremendous guy. But they're not a sexy appeal. Look, SGA is going to be the MVP. He's going to be the MVP.
He should.
Yeah,
But there is he will be the MVP. Lock it down. It's not going to be Jokic. It's going to be SGA. He's having a tremendous year. But nobody is picking up the remote and saying, I got to watch OKC tonight.
Exactly.
Who is OKC playing tonight? And I understand. I think that's what Charles Barkley, and we'll talk a little bit about the beef between Charles Barkley and Kendrick Perkins, which erupted last night on TNT, which was funny, which had Shaq in tears. Absolutely everybody on the set in tears. And I love the fact that Barkley is taking shots at his future employer.
Yeah,
Not his current employer.
Not the first time.
He don't care.
He doesn't care.
And I think that's the appeal of Barkley. Right? He don't care. What are they going to do? Fire me? Right? He could tomorrow start a podcast that will be as popular as what that studio show is right now.
Yep.
And I think that's why people enjoy that show, because it's unfiltered, because he just doesn't care. And he's giving a little bit of smoke to Perk. Perk, of course, who's loving on the Lakers, and I made the comment, and we'll talk a little bit. I know it's coming up in what?
It was trending.
What's trending coming up here at about 6:45 this morning, but
So OKC is playing the Trailblazers.
yeah, so nobody's going to watch that.
Yes.
Nobody's going to watch that. However, if the Lakers were playing the Trailblazers with Luka and LeBron, you would tune in. The same way me being a Knicks fan, honestly, if the Knicks are playing the Trailblazers, probably not going to tune in. But the Knicks are taking on the Lakers last night, or the Knicks are taking on the Celtics last night, or the Knicks are taking on the Heat, or somebody like that.
You're going to look at it.
Then I'm going to check it out.
Absolutely.
Then I'm going to check it out. So just say. But last night, Lakers were a winner over the Knicks, 113 to 109. And as we mentioned, ODU basketball continues. Nice little run. They got the win last night. They'll be in action tonight against Troy in the I don't even know. App State. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just getting ahead of myself. I'm already chalking up. I'm already chalking up the W over App State. I'm that confident that if I could put money on it via way of the ESPN app, I would. But I can't because of the state of Virginia. But I may have to get a proxy on this one and go heavy on ODU tonight. All right. So, look, coming up at 6:45 this morning, what is trending in social media, 7 o'clock hour, the scroll of a Cowboy fan, Hank, where my sources are telling me, and I will wait until the 7 o'clock hour to reveal this major news that I was receiving yesterday afternoon regarding free agency starting next week. And I know you two are all giddy about Bobby Wagner being back in D.C., which is a great re-signing because it's cost effective.
Yep.
How much? $8 million? Something like that?
$8 million guaranteed.
$8 million guaranteed. great signing for the Commanders. But next week, when free agency begins, I was given a notice on who the Washington Commanders are going to sign. And it's got everything to do with the Dallas Cowboys. So I will tell you that coming up in the 7 o'clock hour. We got a brand new segment, I'm told, W or L. What is this? What do I got here? J-Lo walks in. You got to love J-Lo. You got to love J-Lo. And I tell myself that after every show. I exhale, and I just tell myself, you got to love J-Lo. That's all I say. And he walks in this morning, and he goes, hey, Suave's got a new segment. You got to hold up a W, or you just got to hold up an L. That's it. That's the explanation that I got.
Well, I figured if you looked at the rundown, you'd understand a little more.
No, not at all. I mean, new segment, W or L. That's what I got. And you come in, of course, instructions are you either hold up a W or you hold up an L. That's it. Okay. Thank you.
You want me to explain it right
That
quick?
would be great.
Thank you very much.
I mean, that would be nice.
Because first of all, you said W, you held up L, so
I know.
I got to help you out right quick.
That's the right
so
thing.
it's just, you know how
you got me
usually-
multitasking over here. It's ridiculous.
So basically, the segment is called W or L. So we're just talking about the free agent move that's happening so far right now.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
I run off what happened, and I asked you guys, is it a W? So if it's a W, hit a W, and if it's an L, you put up an L.
So we're
that's all.
talking about pending free agency moves or re-signings and extensions
all that
have happened?
Yes.
Okay.
Even down to one that
free agency doesn't start until next week.
I know that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
So this is basically
Understood.
like what we learned so far.
Thank you, Suave. That is a tremendous explanation. That's all I needed. That's all I needed.
There you go.
I don't need much. Yeah. Just a little bit of enthusiasm. Just clear the confusion a little bit. That's all I need. So that is coming up in the 7 o'clock hour, along with Suave's entertainment page. 8 o'clock hour, we'll get into some NFL news and notes. We'll get you ready for the weekend. And then Suave's got a special guest who's stopping by to talk ACC basketball.
Absolutely.
Which I'm all about because a big one coming up this weekend.
Yes, it is. What is it?
It's going to be Carolina Duke. Is a big one coming up this weekend.
What did you think,
And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. Because I firmly believe that if North Carolina wins this weekend against Duke, they're in.
Oh, no
question.
It doesn't matter what happens in the ACC tournament next week in Charlotte. Carolina will be in. That would be a major W. Is it going to happen? No. It's not going to happen. Duke is going to take them to the woodshed. It's going to be a double-digit win. In fact, they're going to put a lot of money on Duke this weekend to just nail the coffin of North Carolina and Hubert Davis. But I am interested to see this weekend if Carolina can pull it out. They're playing better.
Yeah.
They are.
But they really haven't played anyone. But they are playing better. I thought you were going to talk. Are you really going to be talking about Syracuse, Virginia again? Are we having this conversation
on, man.
again?
The fans know they want to see. It's the UVA. We're going to come Monday. We're going to see J-Lo happy. And we come Monday, you're going to see Johnny D happy. It's Syracuse.
If Syracuse
it's
wins,
UVA.
Johnny D isn't coming into the studio happy.
No, I'm not. No, because I'm still going to be bitter. I don't even know if Syracuse qualifies for the ACC tournament.
They are right now. Yes.
Right now they are. Mm-hmm. I don't know where they stand. I think they will because I think the bottom three, there's a little bit of separation
NC
with
State's a little bit,
NC State and Boston College. But I will say this. The only shot Syracuse has this weekend, if you are not familiar with playing at I'm going to call it the Carrier Dome because I still don't know the new name. If you're not familiar with playing at the Carrier Dome, it is a tough place to play shooting the basketball because of the background. That's it. That's why for a number of years when Syracuse ran the zone, it was effective because if you are not used to shooting without a background, it is very tough and it takes you a little bit of time. You got to get used to it. It might take a half to get used to it. That's the only thing. Outside of that, UVA should win this game by double digits. They should. They should win this game by double digits. Will they? Don't know. Okay. So I know you're excited about that. So we'll talk a little ACC basketball. And also, J-Lo's got to give us a primer, a preview of what to expect tonight.
Absolutely.
Because dumb me, I'm sitting in front of the computer last night at about 7 o'clock, and I went, little high school hoops. Let me turn it on. No, it's on tonight.
Yep.
Yes.
So I need a full preview of matchups, who's playing, where they're playing, and the betting odds, please. That's what I need.
Okay.
All right. So can you handle that?
Yeah.
All right.
There we go.
All right. The Tell 'em Kellum Talking text line is open this morning, 757-497-1310. That's 757-497-1310. As we mentioned, the comment box is open this morning on the YouTube stream at Cova Sports TV, where Hank has chimed in this morning. Scotty nope, can't say that one over the air, so we're going to move on. The Bills have allowed 33.5 points a game in their last 5 playoff losses. That's on your defense. Not saying it's not on our defense, Hank. You're not listening to me again. Not saying it's not on our defense. What I'm tired of, these trolls that continue to dump on Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. It's not Josh Allen's fault, okay? It's on Sean McDermott. Nobody dumps on Sean McDermott. They all want to take a shot at Josh Allen. And DJ Hand transferring to ODU, I doubt it. I doubt it very highly.
He's too good.
I mean, you're not going to he may transfer to a better ACC team.
I agree.
Right? You say he's too good. Have you looked at his efficiency numbers, though?
No, I have not.
Okay, this is where on the surface the numbers look good. You got to look at the efficiency numbers. But he's had a good year. Mm-hmm. He's had a good year at a very bad Boston College team. All right, so a lot to get into on a Friday edition of the program, a feel-good Friday edition of the program. This segment of The Drive is brought to you by OVM Financial with Annie Mack, Home Mortgage, serving Hampton Roads since 2001. When it comes to buying a home or refinancing, you need a mortgage partner you can trust. Visit ovmfinancial.com. That's ovmfinancial.com. NLS 338923, equal opportunity lender. Get moving and get buying today. Straight ahead, top headlines of the day. Big story coming out of Cincinnati that may impact your Washington Commanders. We will discuss. It is a Friday edition of The Drive.
Fox Sports 1310 Traffic.
This traffic update is brought to you by Indeed.com. Be aware that the right lane is blocked off on 64 westbound due to a vehicle fire between Indian River Road and 264. We're seeing bumper-to-bumper traffic heading west on 564 between Terminal Boulevard and Bellinger Boulevard. You may run into some congestion due to construction work on 64 westbound between 564 and Chesapeake Boulevard, and be aware of closures on the ramp from Bainbridge Boulevard to South Military Highway. I'm Elena Vegzo on Fox Sports 1310.
What is more? Is it more reps, more strength, more stamina? We say it's all of that, but it's greater than just what's in the mirror. It's about improving your mental and physical health. More is a feeling of achievement, fulfillment, confidence. It's looking better, feeling better, being better, and it's our mission to get you there, because here you are more. One Life Fitness.
As a banker at Town Bank, we believe that people bank with people, not with banks. You're looking for an actual personal relationship, and that's what you get at our bank. You get that person that gets to know you, gets to know your business, is there for you. I think that is what motivates us, what drives us. And the idea that we are trying to serve others and enrich lives, I think is very true.
What makes a life a good one? Is it our adventures? Or the friends we find along the way? Is it the challenges we conquer together? Maybe it's the people's lives we touch every single day. So, what makes a life a good one? You'll have to figure that one out for yourself.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service. 455-6763.
Portco is your local nonprofit organization dedicated to economic empowerment through employment for people with disabilities. We focus on abilities, not limitations, providing on-the-job vocational support. Find your pathway to employment. Contact us or learn more at portco.org.
I'm Dr. Mark Cardelia, orthopedic surgeon and surgical director of the CHKD Sports Medicine Program. We see a lot of knee injuries in student athletes these days, and many of these are ACL tears. Parents often ask how to know when a knee injury may be serious. The most obvious symptom is severe pain or swelling in the knee joint. Your child may have heard a pop when the injury occurred. Look for signs they can't put weight on the knee around 48 hours after the injury, or if the knee feels unstable or wobbly. Those are all signs you should see a CHKD sports medicine specialist. Our sports medicine physicians, surgeons, athletic trainers, and physical therapists understand the needs of growing athletes and tailor treatment to fit each child's age and level of activity. Our goal is to accurately diagnose the problem in a timely fashion and provide the treatment that will ensure a safe return to activity. Kids want to play, and we want to help them get back in the game. To learn more, visit chkd.org. Sports medicine at CHKD. We're more than a hospital.
And you'd be back in the game.
You're listening to Jason Smith with Mike Harmon. Weeknights 10 to 2 a.m. on Fox Sports 1310. Live from the OVM with Annie Mac Home Mortgage Studios, it's the Morning Drive with Johnny D on Fox Sports 1310 AM and 100.9 FM.
This morning, Suave, it's not good this morning. I spent the entire commercial break. How long was the commercial break? About 5 minutes?
3 minutes and 45 seconds.
All right, 3.5, 3:45.
Yeah.
I spent the entire commercial break, and I'm still looking at it this morning. The LeBron James, Stephen A. Smith courtside, where I'm trying to read lips. I've gotten to that point because there are a lot of comments this morning. People are trying to figure out what LeBron was saying. You can't see Stephen A. Smith's face, but you can see LeBron clear as day.
Clear, yeah.
And there are a lot of people on the internet machine that are trying to figure out what LeBron James is saying. And I think one of the consensus is they're making a comment that he is saying, keep my son's name out of your bleeping mouth. Was possibly one of the sentences that LeBron is saying to Stephen A. Smith courtside. But seriously, I spent the entire 3 minutes and 45 seconds trying to dissect what exactly LeBron James is saying. And I retweeted it on our X account. So if you get a chance, go to the X account at DriveJohnnyD, and you can see it's heated.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right
no
now.
doubt about it.
Yeah, it is.
It's heated. Yeah. This is not a friendly conversation that's going on right now between LeBron James and Stephen A. Smith. It's not LeBron James saying, congratulations on the new deal with ESPN. They ain't talking about it.
No.
Or LeBron saying, hey, if you need some support on your political campaign, I'm here for you. That's not what they're talking about right now. It's fascinating stuff.
I love it.
It is fascinating stuff. And not only is it fascinating, but then you read some of the comments of people who say, hey, look, your son's free game. You're in the NBA, your son is free game. Others are saying, hey, as a father, sometimes you got to stand up for your kids.
True.
No matter how old they are. So it is interesting how the internet is kind of split on this. I'm trying to figure out if we put something on the poll this morning with this caption of what do you think LeBron is saying, or does LeBron have the right to defend his kid who is a grown-ass man playing in the NBA or playing in the G League?
That's true.
And it is an interesting debate because a person says, hey, your son is now an NBA player and it's fair game. Well, it is and it isn't, because you got to remember, Stephen A. did have a segment really trashing LeBron as a father. See, that's where you go over the line. When you're talking about it as a player, totally understand it. But if you're trashing LeBron as a father for how he sort of paved the way for his kid to get to the NBA, it ain't no different than what we see in the real world, where daddy's got a CEO job or a VP job, and Junior gets a job in the mailroom or somewhere else.
Nepotism, yep.
Right, to get a foot in the door, and then it's up to Junior to take the ball and run with it. That's what he did for Bronny. Hey, it's up to you now. I'm going to get you that opportunity, but now you got to take the ball and run with it. But it It is fascinating. I could spend 3 hours. And I may spend 3 hours. You guys can do the show of just looking at these comments this morning about LeBron and his son and Stephen A. last night. But I reposted it on the X. Check it out because it is heated.
Yeah.
Have you seen it, Swab?
Yeah.
I mean, you're looking at it, right?
Of course. Yeah. I've been looking at it on the break, too. I was like, he's in his face. He ain't asking him. And
No.
he's literally in his face like he's mad. And I'm just sitting here like, Stephen A. Smith, you better not back down. You better not back down.
No.
Because all the time you talking, all the time you were saying this stuff, he's in front of you right now. You better stand up. Show who you are.
I will be curious. And, of course, Stephen A. is going to get what he wants. And I will, after the show, I'm going to be curious on First Take.
Me too.
And I'm not sure what time First Take comes on. If he addresses, he's got to address it.
You got to.
If I'm a producer on his show, I'm salivating right now. I'm like, this is great. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I just filled 3 hours. Spectacular. Right? Spectacular. I'm sure there's going to be another camera angle that comes out. I would love to see Stephen A.'s face right now. And the best part is if you look at the video, and then we'll move on here. But if you look at the video, there is a short white dude to the left just taking it all in.
I know. Yeah. I saw that.
Like he's that bystander that people are going to want to talk to. He's the fly on the wall who's just taking it all in. He is literally 5'2". He is a 5'2" white dude courtside. Got the hoodie, got the hat on backwards, looking totally LA. Just sitting there taking it all in. Just taking it all in. It's great stuff.
Love it.
All right. Hank has chimed in this morning. The Sun is free game. Trolls are the same that hate on Josh Allen. I agree with that. And by the way, thank you, Hank. 10 a.m.
Yeah.
First Take will be on this morning. You got a comment? Put it into the comment box this morning on our YouTube stream at Cova Sports TV. Do us a favor. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Hit that like button. Make a comment. Engage with us on the program this morning. All right, 6:31. What do we got going on? What else is going on in sports there, Suave, that you want to touch on?
Oh, Johnny D. Guess who's also looking for a trade? Can see like that's the trend right now. We're talking about defensive line pass rusher from the Bengals. Trey Hendrickson seeking a trade. Now, the thing about it is, this year, in 2025, he's set to earn $15.8 million base salary, along with a $200,000 roster bonus, and will represent a cap hit of $18.7 million. So, of course, sometimes having money is not good things when it comes to football play, because when the fans see you got money, they want you to go and just splurge on everybody in the NFL. So, of course, Trey Hendrickson asking for a trade. What do I see when I hit the X account? Washington, go get Trey Hendrickson. Yeah. Like, come on, yo.
Well, look, Washington will be linked to any type of big-time free agent on the defensive side of the ball. And that's a good thing.
Which I'm glad. I am glad.
Thing, right? The bad thing is educating your fan base on who they should go after and who they should not go after, right? The one thing I will say about Cincinnati, brilliant move. Absolutely brilliant move, and I'm going to tell you why. And I know you're looking at me like I'm crazy.
No,
brilliant move.
I want to know. I want to know.
He's what, 30 years old?
Yes.
You could get some draft capital. We mentioned this with Washington when it comes to the defense. You got so many holes that you need to plug in Cincinnati defensively.
True.
Edge rush, linebacker, secondary, nickel, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
You cannot afford to pay one dude his market worth. You can't do it. You cannot afford to pay Trey Hendrickson what he's going to be worth with all these holes that you got to plug. We talked about this with the Commanders, right? With Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
You can't afford to pay a Myles Garrett what he's worth when you got a lot of holes that you got to fill.
Absolutely.
I think it's brilliant by Cincinnati. What they're pretty much saying is we are all in with Joe Burrow and the offense. We're going to take care of Joe Burrow. He is our franchise guy. So we're going to surround him with T. Higgins. We're going to pay Jamar Chase. And we're going to let Trey Hendrickson find a trade partner, and we're going to get some capital because we're not willing to pay him. It doesn't matter 17 and a half sacks in each of the last 2 seasons. That doesn't matter because we got so much more problems on that defense that we got to fill in for the draft. We're going to have to go out at free agency. And as we talked about, not go to the toy store. You got to go to the hardware store. And now Cincinnati's in that same boat. Whereas Washington, you got a little bit more money and you've plugged a little bit more holes in re-signing some of the guys you already got on that roster where you could afford to possibly, I mean, you got to give up, what, a second rounder? people are talking about, right? A mid-second round draft pick.
Yeah.
I think it's a brilliant, believe it or not, I think it's a brilliant move by the Bengals. And it's rare where there actually a guy comes to them, says, hey, I want to be traded. Go ahead. Go out and see what interest you can get and then come back. That's what they're doing.
It's a lot that's going on. This offseason is so much fun. You know, you got, I know Jonathan Allen asked for a trade. DK Metcalf asked for a trade. Trey Henderson asked for a trade. It's just so much going on. And so many names that's going around. It's like, who do you want to go after? Who you want to talk to? Myles Garrett asked for a trade. Like, this season, and I think, John D, you was absolutely correct yesterday when you said about the pass rushers. They saw Max Crosby get that money from the Raiders, and now all these pass rushers saying, well, hold on. I'm a sack leader as well. Hey, I done did game change on the defense. You know what? If Max Crosby can be the highest paid non-QB player, dang it, where's my money at? Yeah. Now everyone's looking to see what's their value in the free agency. It's just so beautiful right now.
Yeah, I think it's great by Cincinnati, honestly. And a little bit of nugget that I saw on the internet, just kind of give you once again a little bit of glimpse of how smart Howie Roseman is. I'm starting to have a bromance with Howie Roseman too. I've already got it with Sirianni.
You're a Philly fan, and we already know that.
I may just bust out a A.J. Brown jersey next week.
All right, Debo.
But this is from Warren Sharp at Sharp Football on the X. He says the Bengals and Eagles both signed their QB1s to extensions in 2023. Okay, Joey Burrow and Jalen Hurts. The Bengals was re-signed to a contract over $40 million, talking about Logan Wilson.
Wow.
Just one Bengal, right? That's what they've done.
Yeah.
8 Eagles were re-signed to contracts over $40 million. A.J. Brown, Landon Dickerson, Lane Johnson, Devontae Smith, Jordan Mailata, Zach Bond, Darius Slay, Saquon Barkley. That just tells you the difference.
Wow.
When you really sit down and you got smart people running your organization. One extension, one deal in Cincinnati, 8 different deals in Philadelphia. That's why they've been to the Super Bowl 2 out of the last 3 years. Cincinnati really hasn't sniffed it since, a couple of years ago?
Yes.
And, oh, by the way, this is why the Washington Commanders and Adam Peters has his work cut out for him.
Yes, he does.
This is who he's got to go up against, right? But I think it's a brilliant move. And best of luck. And hopefully we'll see Trey Hendrickson in D.C., but we won't. I will tell you coming up at the 7 o'clock hour why Trey Hendrickson will not be in D.C., but who will be in D.C., who may be as impactful for the Commanders. That's coming up at the 7 o'clock
Fast
hour.
forward, please.
Yeah. What's next?
What's next? Oh, we want to talk about this is the interesting thing. Jacksonville Jaguars, have you seen, they've been in the news for a lot of things lately. So we already know they traded Christian Kirk to the Texans. They also released 2-time Pro Bowl Evan Ingram. Now they got a retirement from their center, Mitch Morse. Now that I should have others that they didn't release as well, I have to say, what is going on with the Jacksonville Jaguars?
Well, for full transparency, Christian Kirk went to the Texans.
Yes.
That's official now?
Yeah.
Okay, that's official.
For the 7th round pick.
Right. Yep.
That's because the news came out about Tank Dell has got a torn ACL.
Yeah.
So he's gone. Right?
Wow.
In his recovery. So, look, you got Stephon Diggs as a free agent in Houston.
Yes.
You don't know if he's coming back and what type of shape he's going to be back in. Tank Dell is out. So you got Nico Collins. You got to give him a little bit of help. Okay. So, Evan Ingram. I like Evan Ingram.
Yeah, I do too.
But you got a brand new coach. You got a brand new general manager. You got a franchise quarterback in Trevor Lawrence, or he's paid like a franchise quarterback.
I said we had that discussion before.
You got to make changes. You got to make changes. And on top of that, I would be curious if anybody is asking Jacksonville's Liam Combs over there, are you asking for Trevor Lawrence's input on some of these moves? I will be curious to see what he would say.
I think he has to.
You think so?
I think that's your star quarterback. Yeah. And Liam Combs, he got resent for where he's from. Duval. That's what it is.
Duval.
So
that's still creepy, man. Still creepy.
It's been so quiet about Trevor Lawrence. So we were just talking about him a month ago about him being in trade talks and stuff. It's been silent now. You haven't heard a thing. Yeah,
but he normally does not generate a lot of headlines in the offseason.
Not sunshine.
Right? He's a dude I think recently got married. Yeah. I don't know if he's got a kid on the way or not. You know what I mean? He's just he's not that type of guy. You're captivated by the flowing blonde hair, but don't be captivated. He's just kind of he's not out in the public eye at all. He's really
sunshine, sunshine.
Right? And let's be honest, did not have a great year last year.
No, he did not.
So he's not going to be gallivanting around and doing a lot of different things. He wants to get back to sort of that franchise quarterback level.
Yeah,
absolutely. And lastly, before we go to break, Johnny D, I don't know if you heard about it. The Vikings, they're not going to resign Sam Darnold.
No.
So now there's 4 teams that have came up which he can go to. They said is the best fit for him, which is the Giants, the Raiders, the Steelers, or the Titans. So out of those 4 gentlemen, who you think Sam Darnold would be good for, Johnny?
Well, I continue to see reports about the Giants and Aaron Rodgers. And I'm just laughing. And I hope it happens. I really hope it happens. I'm telling you what, if you thought there was drama with the Jets last year, it's only going to be better in New York. Just traded locker rooms. I don't understand what Brian Dable and Joe Sheed is doing. I really don't.
Desperation.
I can understand if he's a bridge to the future. You don't even have a future.
No.
What, you got Tommy DeVito?
Oh, actually, yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. But Tommy DeVito is not your future.
Nope.
He's not your future. So unless the Giants are planning on drafting somebody in the 3rd round, but again, you got a lot of issues on the offensive line that you've got to address if you are the Giants. Now, if you go out and get an Aaron Rodgers and you draft a Travis Hunter at the 3 spot, or wherever the Giants are 3? Where are the Giants?
They're 3.
There are 3, right?
Number 1 is Titans, 2 is the Browns, and
right.
3 is Giants.
And the Browns are going to take a quarterback. That's almost a certainty for what I've seen on the mock draft.
I would expect so.
That it's going to be Cam Ward. Then you go with Travis Hunter, which is not a bad consolation prize.
No.
Then you go out and get an Aaron Rodgers. So I think that's the Giants.
So you think Cam Ward ain't going to the Titans? So
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think he's going to go to Cleveland. I don't think Shedeur Sanders is that high of a draft pick to go number 3. That's what I think. Giant Raiders, Steelers, Titans. I don't think he's going to go to he wants money. I don't see him with the Steelers at all. I would not be surprised by the Raiders. Raiders
is in the news a lot lately.
They have the money.
Mm-hmm.
They're stocking up. They talked about DK Metcalf possibly as a wide receiver.
Yep.
I don't know. Look, Sam Darnold, this is going to be interesting because he's going to want to get paid. And he's, 28, 29 years old?
Yep.
He's coming off a great season in Minnesota. If I'm also Sam Darnold, I got to look heavily at what type of schemes that they are running. Because whatever they ran in Minnesota, you got to find something similar to hook up with because of the success that you just had. You got to do it.
I agree with Hank. He did talk about Sam Darnold. He said Sam Darnold to the Steelers, he deserves a good team. I think that would be a good transition for him because the Steelers had a good defense. They got George Pickens, so he got somebody right there.
It's not.
I'm telling you, that may be the best fit.
Look, here's the deal with Sam Darnold. What are you doing, Najee Harris, by the way, with Pittsburgh? I'm here in Dallas, by the way.
Yeah.
Because Dallas needs their running back. Look, the one thing we saw with Sam Darnold, man, he cannot carry a team on his shoulders. You saw that the last 2 games. He can't do it. You better have a good running attack. You got to have some decent weapons. You got to have a good scheme. You just can't put it all on Sam Darnold. You can't do it. He folded when you did that. That's going to be I'm curious. I'm very curious because he's going to want to get paid too.
Absolutely.
So we'll see.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, 6:43 on the program. We got coming up next after the break. What's trending on social media? We talked about earlier. Sir Charles Barkley, Kendra Perkins. Set it up. WrestleMania is around the corner. They're going to be in the wrestling ring. But we'll tell you more about that coming up after the break. It's the Morning Drive.
Fox Sports 1310 Traffic.
This traffic update is brought to you by the Virginia DMV, reminding you to look twice for motorcyclists. You can expect bumper-to-bumper traffic heading west on 564 between Terminal Boulevard and Bellinger Boulevard. Looking at 64 eastbound, we're seeing some congestion between Mallory Street and Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel, as well as build-up on 64 westbound between Tidewater Drive and 564. And just be aware that the Coleman Bridge will be lifting at 9 a.m. I'm Elena Vegso on Fox Sports 1310.
For any athlete, making it to the top sometimes comes with a few steps back. That's why parents count on CHKD Sports Medicine, advanced diagnostics, treatment, and rehabilitation for sports injuries, just for young athletes like yours. With convenient locations across Hampton Roads and a whole team of experts here to keep your favorite player at the top of their game. CHKD Sports Medicine. Learn more at chkd.org or call the CHKD Sports Injury Hotline.
Kova Painting. We don't just paint, we transform spaces. Visit kovapainting.com or call 757-550-7357 and mention the Sportsplex for 10% off of projects over $1,000.
What's up at DQ? Oh, just the best deal ever! The $7 Bacon Cheeseburger Meal Deal. Bacon cheeseburger for a limited time, plus fries, drink, and a sundae. Yeah, this is not the time to be modest. It's all full size for just $7. And there's bacon on that burger. The $7 Bacon Cheeseburger Meal Deal. Now, for a limited time on the $7 Meal Deal lineup. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
What does happiness mean to you?
Being in the ocean with you, watching you catch super fun waves.
In Virginia Beach, happiness is breaking barriers and savoring the sunshine.
I couldn't pick a better place or a better person to be with. This is what makes me happy.
Happiness is going all out.
And taking it all in.
Here, happiness is whatever you make it. Find yours in Virginia Beach.
I grew up here. I know this town. I know the people here. More important, they know me. As a banker at Town Bank, we become part of the communities we serve. The people who bank with us, our members, know us. When you bank with Town Bank, you'll know your banker. You'll know you can reach us, and you'll know we're here for you.
James Catato tells us tonight there's a new team making new noise in the USL2 scene on the other side of the water.
Something special is brewing inside the walls of the Virginia Beach Sportsplex.
We're not here for moral victories. When we're on our day, we're a legit team.
See the stars of the future in pre-professional action at the Virginia Beach Sportsplex. This combined season ticket special is for men's and women's. That's 15 games for just $100 for adults and $80 for youth. VBU has a brand new women's team that competes in the W League. Soccer fans, it's time to rally behind Virginia Beach United. Tickets are on sale now. Visit vbunited.com. Don't miss out on Virginia Beach United.
See regression this year.
With Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington. Weeknights at 7 on Fox Sports 1310. You are listening to The Morning Drive on Fox Sports 1310 AM and 100.9 FM. And always free on the Fox Sports 1310 mobile app.
6:49 on a Feel Good Friday edition of the program. Great to be with you. Tell them Kelvin Talk. A text line is open at 757-497-1310. If you got a comment, you got a question, what are you feeling good about on this Friday? Also, put a comment in the comment box on our YouTube stream this morning at Cova Sports TV. We appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. 7 o'clock hour, we'll talk a little NFL. The scroll of a Cowboy fan, Hank, will return. I will tell you what free agent to be will be heading to D.C. next week. My sources told me last night. We'll get into that. Also, we'll play a little W or L this morning. I got my signs ready, so we'll be good. Here, let's test it out. Ready?
All right.
J-Lo this morning. Is he a W or is he an L? Hold on. A W or an L?
He's a W.
He's a W.
He's a W.
He's a W. He's got his Washington Commanders hoodie on this morning. He's feeling good about Bobby Wagner
Yep.
being back in D.C. Good times. Good times going on with the Commanders this morning.
How about here's another one for you, just for a little fun
Okay.
again. Lamar Jackson, MVP.
Lamar Jackson, MVP. He is a loser. That would be a loser. 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 Or for you Baltimore fans, Josh. Josh. That's right. And look, I put it up on the X, so we'll go to the poll question. We got our poll question up and rolling this morning there, Jayla?
Yes. Sir.
On the X this morning? Okay. We'll put it up on the X maybe in hour number 2. But I put a little bit of heat towards Scott Jackson's fan base that I am asking, I'm requesting those trolls that like to text him in the afternoons. I'm on the air till 9 a.m. Bring the smoke.
Woo!
Bring the smoke. You got something to say about my Buffalo Bills. Right now, they're still my Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
However, I'm seeing all this activity going on with re-signing and extensions, possible free agency destinations. Not seeing a lot of talk about Buffalo outside of DK Metcalf.
Just wait. In the 7 o'clock hour, there is something about Buffalo.
Not seeing a lot of activity.
It's trending in a good way, though. Y'all freeing up some money, but like I said, we're gonna talk about it and let you give your thoughts on it.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that coming up in the final hour. All right. What do we got going on? What's trending?
Ladies and gentlemen, what's trending in sports? It's gonna be a good one, y'all. Stick around for this one and get your popcorn ready, because it's a movie. Here's what's trending.
If it made it in headlines, it made it here. Here's what's trending in sports with Suave.
I love a good feud, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, when I talk about feud, I'm talking about good boxing. I'm talking about a good feud. But before we get to that, I just want to ask this question, because Danny Cannell brought some up, and it's about the SEC.
Yes.
So
yes,
as you can hear Johnny D.
Yes.
As you can hear him talking. Mm-hmm. So Danny Cannell, who is known for his critical views on the SEC, has reignited discussion by supporting Ken Pomeroy's assertion that SEC might be, get this, overrated in basketball. Mm-hmm. And this claim sparked lively debates among fans and analysts. Proponents of the SEC highlight its impressive record against other conferences, including a notable performance against the ACC and a strong showing in non-conference games. But, however, critics have argued that SEC's mid-500 record in conference games might justify the overall overrated label. So here's somebody who put some stats out for y'all. Against SEC is 30 wins, 4 losses. Against the Big 12, 14 W's, 2 losses. Against the Big 10, 10 wins, 9 losses. And against non-conference games, 185 wins and 23 losses. Johnny D, are they overrated?
This is a ridiculous comment. It really is. I mean, look, Cannell hates on the SEC. He is not an SEC guy. Right? He's an ACC guy. He played at, where did he play? At Florida State.
Yes.
Correct? So he's always going to be an ACC guy. So he's always going to be a contrarian when it comes to the SEC, because he's tired of the exposure that the SEC has gotten for college football. Mm-hmm. The fact that Greg Sankey is really leading the charge with the college football playoff, with them in Big Ten getting multiple automatic qualifiers, and the ACC getting left with probably one. Right?
Yeah.
So there's already a backstory there. And I love Greg Sankey for the fact that he'll come right out and he'll say, all right, let me just explain again why the SEC is overrated. 30 wins, 4 losses versus the ACC this year. Wow. 14 wins, 2 losses versus the Big 12. Oh my. 10 wins, 9 losses versus the Big 10. 185 wins, 23 losses in non-conference games. I confess, SEC teams have a 500 record of games after January 4th. Sure, let's go with overrated. This is coming straight from the commissioner of the SEC. This is what I will say. And I love college basketball.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that the SEC is top to bottom the best conference in college basketball. They're not top heavy at all. On any given night, somebody on the bottom of the SEC can knock off somebody at the top of the SEC. We have seen that.
Yes, we have.
Do they play great defense in the SEC? No, they do not. But is that a product of going against some of the best offenses in all college basketball? Yeah, I think it is. They're not overrated. But if you're look, they're going to get what, 12?
Yeah.
Possibly in the field of 68, 12? Are all 12 of those going to make it through? Are you going to get 12 out of 16? No, you're not. But I think when it's all said and done, the majority of them will be there when it's time. I don't think they're overrated.
Also, think about the games after January the 4th. All non-conference games are basically done by January the 4th. They're beating up on each other. No wonder they're at 500, right?
Sure. Absolutely.
It's crazy.
Right? So, I mean, that's a part of it. And I know what Cannell is trying to do.
I get it. But
I get it. Him and Ken Palm. J-Lo's a big fan of Ken Palm. If you remember, that was our argument at the beginning of the year. J-Lo got butt hurt. But old Ken Palm had UVA sitting at 78.
Yeah.
And VCU at 41. And J-Lo got his feelings hurt.
That was awesome.
You remember that?
Yes, I remember that.
But look, Danny Cannell, go back to bed. Forget this. What are we doing here? The SEC is quality basketball. And I made the comment yesterday, Jay Billis, there's something to be said if Jay Billis is doing the SEC tournament over the ACC tournament. And Jay Billis said it on the broadcast, and I will defer to a guy who's been covering basketball for 30-plus years as a player, as a coach, and as a broadcaster, that the SEC top to bottom, this might be the greatest conference of all time. Of all time. You just got to watch. Just watch it. It's so good. Stop with this argument. Just stop.
We should try to get Danny Cannell on the show and let him explain to the audience right with us why SEC is overrated.
Yeah.
And just see what he come with, just hear what he talk about. But now, ladies and gentlemen, it's the main event. It's Sir Charles versus Kendrick Perkins. And let me give you some background about it. We talked about it earlier about basketball. How, the Lakers have been doing good a couple weeks and the Warriors were doing good as well. But Barkley is getting tired of all the conversations. The LeBron versus MJ. The Lakers, from what Perkins said, the Lakers are saving the NBA. Barkley is tired of it. And he had a rant upon rant on TNT. Let's hear Sir Charles Barkley about the state of the NBA and the other show, which is ESPN and Perkins. Take a listen to this. Woo, it's good.
I saw a fool idiot on TV talking about the Lakers save the NBA.
Save the NBA?
Yeah. He's an idiot and a fool, but he know who he is. What's his name, Shaq?
Which one you talking about?
Kendrick Perkins.
Oh.
He said the Lakers, first of all, the Lakers have had a great 2 weeks. He said the Lakers saved the NBA season. That's because them fools on the other network, which we're going to be working for next year, that's all they talk about. Let me tell y'all something.
Tell me something.
And first of all, I want all the smoke. I don't
something.
whistle when I walk by the graveyard or anything like that.
I don't whistle when I walk by the graveyard.
Right.
I like that.
Hey, man,
I'm stealing that one.
The Lakers are doing great. Got a long way to go. But the reason the season's been going great for the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Y'all just want to talk about the Warriors and the Lakers. They're both doing great. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, look, we got to cut this short because we're a little bit short on time. So what Barkley is pretty much saying is pump the brakes, Perk. You got to pump the brakes over there. The Lakers have been good. They've been better than we thought they would be with Luka. Did you see Perkins' response?
Did I see it? I got it right here.
Okay.
Oh, boy. So this is what he said, ladies and gentlemen. He said, hey, at NBA on TNT, might want to tell that senior citizen Charles Barkley that I'll be around. When he see an idiot or fool in person, make sure you keep that same energy. He can come playing with me if he want to, and I'm going to address his bleep like the numbers on the house. Straight from the 409 homeboy, we bar none, fade off. Hashtag Texas boy. Sound the bell.
Yeah, look, I'm so glad that these guys are keeping it professional while making 9 figures.
Yeah, really.
Unbelievable stuff, right? These are two of the highest paid dudes talking about the NBA, having a trolling party on X and social media. Oh, are you kidding me? Right now with these two? Will you two stop? What are we doing here? What are we, 13? Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Can we just put on the pay, sir, payroll question? Boxing match. Who's winning? Charles Barkley, Kendrick Perkins.
Put it up
there.
Put it up on the poll
Put it
this
on the
morning,
poll.
J-Lo. The poll on the exit drive, Johnny D. In a boxing match, who would win, Kendrick Perkins or Charles Barkley? I love to get people's thoughts on that. All right, look, hour one in the books. Coming up, we'll talk a little football. The scroll of a Cowboy fan, Hank, is right around the corner. Also, there will be a new member in D.C. straight from Dallas. I will let you know who that'll be. That is hour two. It is the morning drive.
Here's a quick weather update from the News 3 First Warning Storm Team.
Good morning, I'm meteorologist Miles Henderson. Partly cloudy skies today with high temperatures in the upper 50s. That's near normal for this time of year. For tonight, partly cloudy, lows dropping into the mid-40s. This weekend, a little warmer on Saturday. We'll see highs in the low 60s, still with partly cloudy skies and just a small chance for a shower, cooling down to the lower 50s on Sunday. For News 3, I'm meteorologist Miles Henderson. Have a great day.
And here's what you need to know.
Fox Sports 1310 is your home for ODU baseball this weekend when the Monarchs play at the Auburn Tigers. Hear games tonight at 7, Saturday at 6 p.m., and Sunday afternoon at 3. The Old Dominion University Monarchs entered the Women's Sun Belt Championship as the number 5 seed. They'll play today at 12:30 p.m. 22 players on the Baltimore Orioles top 30 prospect list are on the roster for the second annual spring breakout game. They include catcher Samuel Basayo, the top-ranked prospect, and outfielders Enrique Bradfield Jr., who's ranked 3rd, and Vance Honeycutt, who's ranked 4th. The O's prospects play the New York Yankees prospects on March 15th. Outfielders Adam Jones and Joe Orsulak have been elected to the Orioles Hall of Fame, along with longtime broadcaster Tom Davis. It's Friday night hockey at Scope Arena when the Norfolk Admirals host the Florida Everblades at 7:05. They also play again at 7:05 p.m. tomorrow night. I'm Dino, Fox Sports 1310.
Feeling lucky? Get ready to strike gold with great deals on a new vehicle at Southern Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Chesapeake. Low APR financing available, plus lifetime benefits like oil changes. Save some green during the Jeep Celebration event at Southern Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Chesapeake.com. Call 844-255-2475 for details.
Attorney advertising. Local counsel LM Law. Pay active dramatization. Past results do not guarantee future results in each case.
Me and Top Dogs walking through the airport.
For any athlete, making it to the top sometimes comes with a few steps back. That's why parents count on CHKD Sports Medicine, advanced diagnostics, treatment, and rehabilitation for sports injuries, just for young athletes like yours. With convenient locations across Hampton Roads and a whole team of experts here to keep your favorite player at the top of their game. CHKD Sports Medicine. Learn more at chkd.org or call the CHKD Sports Injury Hotline.
Kova Painting. We don't just paint, we transform spaces. Visit kovapainting.com or call 757-550-7357 and mention the Sportsplex for 10% off of projects over $1,000.
What's up at DQ? Oh, just the best deal ever! The $7 Bacon Cheeseburger Meal Deal. Bacon cheeseburger for a limited time, plus fries, drink, and a sundae. Yeah, this is not the time to be modest. It's all full size for just $7. And there's bacon on that burger. The $7 Bacon Cheeseburger Meal Deal. Now, for a limited time on the $7 Meal Deal lineup. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
What does happiness mean to you?
Being in the ocean with you, watching you catch super fun waves.
In Virginia Beach, happiness is breaking barriers and savoring the sunshine.
I couldn't pick a better place or a better person to be with. This is what makes me happy.
Happiness is going all out.
And taking it all in.
Here, happiness is whatever you make it. Find yours in Virginia Beach.
I grew up here. I know this town. I know the people here. More important, they know me. As a banker at Town Bank, we become part of the communities we serve. The people who bank with us, our members, know us. When you bank with Town Bank, you'll know your banker. you'll know you can reach us, and you'll know we're here for you.
James Catato tells us tonight there's a new team making.
This Fox Sports 1310 update is brought to you by
the Fox Sports 1310 mobile app. Don't forget, you can take us anywhere you go. I mean, anywhere you can want to go with the Fox Sports 1310 mobile app. Download us now via the Apple Store or Google Play. That's Fox Sports 1310 mobile app. Yes, last night, Old Dominion rained on as they stunned Texas State 64-61 to advance in the Sun Belt Tournament. Now, they have won 3 games in a row, and now they will take on the 6th seed App State Friday night, which is tonight, 8:30 on the Sister Station, Priority Auto, Sports Radio 94.1. In NFL, Jaguars have traded Christian Kirk to the Texans. They originally planned to release Kirk, but within the league this year, but they instead found the trade partner within their own division. Speaking about NFL and money, the Browns have once again reconstructed Deshaun Watson's contract, clearing nearly $36 million in salary cap space that would make Cleveland cap compliant ahead of the new year. And also, we talked about it too, Bobby Wagner is coming right back to the Commanders, signing a 1-year deal. And last season, he was named to a second-team All-Pro, which is the 11th time in his career he made an All-Pro team and was voted to the Pro Bowl. He also recorded 100 more tackles for the 13th consecutive season, tying former Washington linebacker London Fletcher. Coming up next, open that scroll. It's the scroll of Hank on the Morning Drive with Johnny D, powered by Cold Sports TV, Fox Sports 1310, 100.9 FM, and streaming live on YouTube at Cold Sports TV. Let's get on to the scroll.
Broadcasting live from the OVM with Annie Mac Home Mortgage Studios. It's the Morning Drive with Johnny D. Powered by Cova Sports TV on Fox Sports 1310.
Hour number 2 of the program. Good to be with you. It is a Friday, a feel-good Friday. Hit us up via the Tell 'em Kellum talk and text line at 757-497-1310. You could post a comment in the comment box this morning. We will read it on the air at Cova Sports TV on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button this morning. The Warpath has chimed in this morning. Good morning, Warpath. Says the cardiologist wins with a Perk and Chuck if they were to get together. Totally agree with that.
Some good money.
Totally agree with that. Hank has chimed in, too. He said, Perk needs to STFU. I could accidentally grab 4 career rebounds a game and score a bucket, cherry pick it to equal his 2.2 averages per game. A lot of truth to that.
It is.
I will say that.
It is.
Perk's a big boy, though. So we'll talk more about that, the Perk and Charles Barkley confrontation coming up here in a little bit. As Suave mentioned, ODU, congratulations. Nice little buzzer beater last night. They've got App State tonight.
That's correct.
Same time. You can check it out on Priority Auto Sports Radio 94.1 right after my buddy Scott Jackson show, where I'm sure all the Bills trolls will be out again texting old Scotty. They don't text me. They're not going to text the Bills fan and the Josh Allen fan. What they're going to do, they're going to run to their boy in the afternoon, and they're going to text him and go, oh, Scotty, Josh Allen stinks. The Bills stink. We love Baltimore. You're the best when it comes to the Commanders. That's what they're going to do. So I threw it up on the X this morning at Drive Johnny D. Bring a little smoke this morning. I'm tired of you texting trolls. I tuned in to Scotty's show yesterday afternoon and caught where there was like back-to-back, like 3 of them, text messages talking about the Bills and dumping on Josh Allen and all that good stuff this morning. So, look, interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. My wife just texted me this morning.
Oh, wow.
This is awful, but I got to say it because it's really funny.
Go ahead.
So, we're getting our bathroom redone.
Yeah.
And
Finally.
And it's just about done. The guy's been tremendous. Lawson Pope, who called into the radio program. Same guy.
That guy?
Same
awesome.
guy.
Okay.
Phenomenal job. Right? And I'll talk about it on Monday when it's all done. It's going to be done today. He's been tremendous every step of the way. And God bless him. He's had to deal with me and my wife, where we're not the easiest people to deal with, but that's okay. But he's been great. So today it's just the final day. He's got to come back. He's got to hook up the toilet. And then away we go. Then everything should be working fine and rolling out, right? My wife texted me this morning. Now, keep in mind, the toilet's been in there, but it's not hooked up.
Yeah.
Okay. I actually put on the blue light seat last night.
Oh, really?
Oh, you did?
Absolutely.
How about that?
Wasn't hard. Took about 10 minutes.
You went with the Home Depot?
Lowe's, Home Depot. Mama got it on Amazon. Came, shipped. Beautiful. Brand new toilet seat, right? And it's got the battery pack where you lift the seat up and there's a blue light.
Wow,
I mean, look, you're aiming to please in the middle of the night. You're not missing.
That's true.
I mean, it's
You
there.
didn't miss last night.
Right?
Huh?
You got to press the button in the back to turn it on. Very easy. Okay. So she texted me this morning and she said, there is pee in the toilet. Somebody obviously thought it worked. So one of the workers, I guess, did not realize that it was not hooked up at all and decided to use it throughout the week instead of going outside. I don't even know how to respond to this. Okay. Wasn't me. That's all I know. Hey,
You're innocent.
hey, I am a winner when it comes to this one, baby.
He wins.
Suave's new segment is coming up in about 20 minutes. The entertainment page coming up at 7:45 this morning. But as I was saying, ODU, congratulations, winner. And they're going to be playing tonight and see if they can move on. Last night, if you're just waking up, Lakers knock off the Knicks. A good one in overtime, but Luka Doncic and LeBron James as good as advertised. Jalen Brunson was the best player in the court. I'm just throwing it out there again. For all you Jalen Brunson haters,
really?
And there are a lot of them, Jalen Brunson, before he got hurt going into overtime, was the best player on the court. What did he end up with last night? 39
and 10.
39 and 10. Okay. Newsflash for Tom Thibodeau. I'm not going to tell you how to coach. Not going to tell you how to coach. However, having Karl Anthony Towns guard Luka Doncic, probably not a good thing.
Are you serious?
Just throwing it out there. If that matchup, if they move the ball around and you get that matchup, you may want to call a timeout or switch it up.
Just foul.
Just
Something.
All right, we got to get to Hank.
Yes,
is
we
it
do.
time now?
Yes, it is.
And I'm gonna tell Hank what sources are telling me coming out of Big D. I'll bring that up during Hank's segment because it's going to rock Dallas, and it's certainly going to benefit the Washington Commanders. But at 7-11 on a Friday morning, we are contractually obligated. We don't want to do it, but we are contractually obligated to do it each and every morning. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the scroll of a Cowboy fan named Hank.
3, 2, 1. Time to open the scroll.
All right, he has returned. And for those wondering what Hank looks like, you could go to our YouTube stream at Cova Sports TV. He has got a link to the studio this morning off of the clearance rack, or maybe it's gifted. He's got the beanie. The beanie this morning is, I'm not sure what that is. Is that a Miami of Ohio?
Metro Sealant.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Hank?
Yes, we can hear you now.
All right.
All right.
It's a Metro Sealant beanie. It's one of my distributors where I get my supplies from.
All right, so now, no, boys, you see what's going on here.
Yes.
Now this is becoming the self-serving segment of Hank. Let me hook up one of my distributors with some free advertising while I'm on the YouTube and on the radio. Good work out of you, Hank. Way to make it all about yourself. That's what we love about you.
I only go there when I'm over in Norfolk. It's over by the airport, so it's
okay.
They're about maybe 5% of where I do business, but again, it's free. They give it to me free. I'm down.
I know that's your favorite word.
Yeah,
totally
I love
understand.
Free.
Totally understand.
So,
what's on the scroll on a Friday, my friend?
Well, I think we need some new music, so I just might as well just break on into the rap session for today.
Oh boy,
it's on sportsmanship and how to treat people. So let's get it going. You got any music for me? I don't think I can hear it, so turn it up to where y'all think it's good. And
can you hear this?
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, everybody. Let's gather around. Classes in session. Sportsman and respect is today's free lesson. Watching sports, all I see is getting in faces. Someone's going to get upset. You're testing their patience. Big Perk, Barkley, Stephen A, and LeBron be smacking. I don't know what's going on, but this junk is getting whacking. So all of them been asking, you think you got jokes, but I don't really know that you want this kind of smoke. If you're really getting mad, invest in some Tums, pissing each other off, brothers flapping their gums. You better be careful. It's not worth the anger. things can get bad at the pull of a finger. So come on, people, miss me with all of the hate. Can't we get along? Wouldn't that just be great? That's what I got, bro.
That's what you got this morning. A little bit of rhythm would be nice.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I don't want to state the obvious. I do enjoy the lyrics, but that could not get any whiter.
I know. Well, old Honky, look, old Honky's just kind of throwing it out there, man. You know, I mean.
Is that your rap name?
No.
I think we just found his rap name.
You would not be calling this man Old Honky.
Why can't we call him Old Honky? Can we call him Young Honky? Can we call him Little Honky? Like Little Baby? Can we call him like Little Baby?
Little Baby?
Like Little Baby. We call him Little Honky.
What did you say?
Old Honky.
Oh, Honky.
God.
Yeah, that's when we came to the show, y'all.
Buddha belly. If you seen that Buddha belly, be Tubbs Honky.
Oh, man. Hey, Hank, I got a little bit of news. Hold on, Hank. I want to get your reaction, you being a Cowboy fan, to the news that I was told last night. With free agency starting next week, there are multiple reports on how the Washington Commanders will fill their needs on the defensive line. And this is what I was told, that one of the needs that they're going to be going after is a guy who played for Dan Quinn while he was at Dallas from 2021 to 2023. He has averaged 7.5 sacks per season during his 11-year career, and he's coming off a season where he was limited with a little bit of a foot injury, but apparently he is now healthy again. And I'm told DeMarcus Lawrence will be heading to D.C.
Take him.
Take him?
Y'all can have him. Yeah,
you're
man,
good with that.
He's washed. Look, man, y'all are falling into the same junk now that Cowboys fans have been doing for the last 5 years. Anybody is coming to Washington. I mean, DeMarcus Lawrence, man, he's been washed. It's time for him to go. If we can't get Nealand and we need to draft defense. This is what I'm talking about. I keep bringing up the fact that the Cowboys love to talk about needing a second wide receiver. There's nothing wrong with Tolbert. In the game last year, with the second string bum, actually had a game with 3 touchdowns, 1 to CD and 1 to both Jalen's, Tolbert and Brooks. Our starter had never done that, where all 3 guys got touchdowns. So go ahead, take DeMarcus Lawrence, because we need somebody to step up. We got Sam Williams and that Nealand kid that they drafted from some little bebop school last year, I think Western Michigan maybe. And it's just like our philosophy is so jacked up. Nothing surprises me anymore, Johnny D. But if you want to take DeMarcus Lawrence, by all means, have him.
I'm not saying I do. I'm telling you what I'm being told, that he will be a fixture on that defensive line.
I think that I told you guys, I think that's what Quinn's going to do. He's going to take some of the guys off the Cowboys he's familiar with. The person I don't want to lose is Jordan Lewis. He's our most underrated defensive player. So as long as you didn't say Jordan Lewis, that's fine with me. Go ahead and take Lawrence. He's beat, man. He's done.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that. Commander fans. Let me ask Suave, you're a Commander guy. Do you like the move if it happens? Do you not like the move? Obviously, it depends on
health.
Well, not only health, but what type of price tag.
True.
Talking about money here, but do you like bringing in a veteran who knows Quinn's system? And if healthy, is one of the better ones in the NFL.
Absolutely. I mean, I remember one time DeMarcus Lawrence was not a bad player. I mean, so if Washington can find a way to get him over to our line, hey, that's another thing that we need on the line. More people, active people to go after the quarterback. I have no problem with that at all. I think didn't Dorrance Armstrong play for the Cowboys?
Yeah, that's what I was going to bring up.
And look what he did. Dante Fowler, exactly. So look what happened. These guys come to play Dan Quinn. Noah Brown. So, hey, put in Jordan Lewis. Put him in, too. Don't take him off y'all hands. Don't worry about it. Look, y'all still going to win 12 games because you got Dakota Prescott as your number 1 quarterback. He's going to get you to the promised land.
I'll be hurt. I'll be hurt if they took Jordan Lewis. I'm not going to lie. Other than Micah, he's probably my second favorite player on the defense. So, yeah, if y'all take him, man, it's just a matter of time. It is, because look, these knuckleheads, these guys, these Bobby Belts and these RJ Ochoas are steady offering up Micah, man. And I'm like, you guys really on those. I'm trying to watch my words, but you guys are really on Dak that much that you willing to let go to. Look, Micah might be the best defensive player in Cowboys history. He is that good. And these knuckleheads are just in there going, man, we could get him for a first and a third. And I'm like, you guys are clowns, man. I can't stand it. I can't stand to listen to my own fan base, man. It gets on my nerves.
All right, Hank, before we let you go, do we have the poll question up and rolling for Hank this morning there, J-Lo, please?
Yes, our Pacer Apparel poll question of the day today, Hank. Can ODU make a run at the Sun Belt Championship, yes or no? Actually, we have two of them. We have that one, so go for that one first.
I would like to say yes. And I've been busting the chops a little bit on their Facebook page. I'm like, are you guys willing to do the things that are necessary to win games, like, pass instead of jacking up a three-pointer with two guys in your face? So, yeah, I do. I challenge him, man, because, look, look, y'all might like Coach Jones, and he might be okay, but he just hasn't reached this team. I think this team is really talented. So, yeah, they can make a run, just like they could lose today. They could get in there and lay an egg and get beat by 20 by App State. So who knows at this point? I hope so. I'm a Monarch fan. I've been going to ODU games since I was 13 years old. So I really hope they play well. It would be nice to see them go dancing, but we ain't going nowhere. So
Nice. All right. Our second Pacer Apparel poll question of the day. Who would win in a boxing match between Charles Barkley or Kendrick Perkins? Your options are Charles Barkley, Kendrick Perkins, a draw, or the fourth option, it won't go past the first round.
Yeah, that's going to be the one I take. Look, I swear, man, we need to start coming up with Jake Paul undercards when people get into these beefs and stuff. And I think Perkins and Barkley, that would be a funny match, man. If nothing else, let them do the dozens. Let them joke each other back and forth to see who wins. Because I don't think, like you said, I don't think neither one of them lasts a full round of actually duking it out. So, I mean, what do you want? I don't think it'd be a good fight because Perkins, I think, is a little younger. And Barkley, I don't even think he's got hips anymore. I think they're all fake. So, I mean, it's just guys that know there's no consequences, right? That's the thing about all this smack talking stuff. There's no real consequences. Somebody brought this up the other day, and I agree. If you want to stop all the yapping and stuff in the NBA and all the lip service, go on and let them fight like they do in hockey. Let them fight, and then we'll find out who's real and who's not.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Hank. Always appreciate it, my friend. Enjoy the weekend, and we will talk to you on Monday. It's all good. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, it is the scroll of Cowboy fan Hank. There you go. No consequences. No consequences on the court. No consequences off the court either.
Nope.
Right? I mean, somebody brought it up the other day. I forget which announcer they were talking about. And talking about Karl Anthony Towns. And he said, hey, he did not play the other night because he did not want to be on the court with Jimmy Butler. He did not want to go against Jimmy Butler. What are we talking about?
Seriously?
Yeah, this was a conversation. I think it was on the Dwight Howard podcast, and it might have been somebody else at ESPN. Could have been Perk, I don't know, who said, hey, Karl Anthony Towns purposely called out sick because he did not want to be on the court going against Jimmy Butler. I mean, is that responsible journalism? I don't know. I don't know if it's true or not, but a lot of people are questioning it going, hey, really? Came back the next. So he's fine going against the Lakers.
Yeah.
But it's Jimmy Butler that it's got an issue with.
And if it is true, I can see because of their time with the Timberwolves.
Come on.
I heard that Jimmy Butler that went on, like he went off on that team and Cat did get hurt.
But that's fine. Then pull up all the games last year where Jimmy Butler was on the Heat. And Cat was on Minnesota. Did they play against each other when they went head-to-head?
That's a great question.
Right. Now, if Karl Anthony Towns sat out of all those games, then there might be a little bit of smoke where there's fire.
Yeah.
Just saying. 7:22. Hey, a reminder, soccer fans, it's time to rally behind Virginia Beach United. A USL League Two, a W League team plays right here at Virginia Beach. Let's try professional soccer. Experience the passion and excitement. Season pass includes women and men's tickets for just $100 for adults, $80 for youth. 15-game package on sale right now. Go to vbunited.com. That's vbunited.com for season tickets. All right, look straight ahead. We got a preview of the action tonight in high school basketball. Also, new segment on the program, Suave, a little W or a little L. We'll get into it. It is a Friday edition. It's the Morning Drive.
Fox Sports 1310 Traffic.
This traffic update is brought to you by Discover. Expect heavy traffic heading west on 564 between Terminal Boulevard and Bellinger Boulevard. 2 left lanes are blocked off due to an accident on 64 westbound between Norview Avenue and Tidewater Drive. Heading east on 64, you're going to run into some congestion between King Street and Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel. And be aware that the Coleman Bridge will be lifting at 9 a.m. I'm Elena Vexo on Fox Sports 1310.
For any athlete, making it to the top sometimes comes with a few steps back. That's why parents count on CHKD Sports Medicine, advanced diagnostics, treatment, and rehabilitation for sports injuries just for young athletes like yours. With convenient locations across Hampton Roads and a whole team of experts here to keep your favorite player at the top of their game. CHKD Sports Medicine. Learn more at chkd.org or call the CHKD Sports Injury Hotline.
Kova Painting. We don't just paint, we transform spaces. Visit kovapainting.com or call 757-550-7357 and mention the Sportsplex for 10% off of projects over $1,000.
What's up at DQ? Oh, just the best deal ever! The $7 bacon cheeseburger meal deal. Bacon cheeseburger for a limited time, plus fries, drink, and a sundae. Yeah, this is not the time to be modest. It's all full size for just $7. And there's bacon on that burger. The $7 bacon cheeseburger meal deal. Now, for a limited time on the $7 meal deal lineup. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
What does happiness mean to you?
Being in the ocean with you, watching you catch super fun waves.
In Virginia Beach, happiness is breaking barriers and savoring the sunshine.
I couldn't pick a better place or a better person to be with. This is what makes me happy.
Happiness is going all out.
And taking it all in.
Here, happiness is whatever you make it. Find yours in Virginia Beach.
I grew up here. I know this town.
Or Google Play Store and experience a new level of sports entertainment. The new home for the Hampton Roads sports fan. It's the Morning Drive with Johnny D, along with Suave and J-Lo, on Fox Sports 1310 and live on Kova Sports TV.
Yeah, a reminder, the comment box is open on the YouTube stream this morning at Kova Sports on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button at Kova Sports TV. Got a comment? We'll talk about it on the air. Warpath says a hard pass on DeMarcus Lawrence, 33 next month. Hard pass. Don't want any of it. Have you found a Commander fan that did not want Bobby Wagner back?
I have not.
No?
No.
So the consensus in D.C. was, man, sign him.
Yeah.
Like, he's got to be back. He is the guy. He is the straw that stirs his drink, even at, 34, 35 years of age?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay. He's got enough left in the tank. You're good with that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a hard pass on a 33-year-old.
I thought the same thing when I saw the comment too.
Yeah.
I guess maybe because he said he's coming off an injury or injured last year.
Sure. That's what I mean. If he's healthy,
then yeah.
But if you could get him at a bargain, see, again, this goes back to the hardware store, the dollar store, so our path likes to call it. If you want to go to the dollar store and get a DeMarcus Lawrence, 11-year pro when healthy is good. That's a steal.
Same thing about the dollar stores.
Depending upon how much you want to pay.
Exactly.
Bobby Wagner was not a lot of money, right?
No.
So, okay.
And it turned out pretty good.
It's turned out good so far.
Yeah.
I mean, so far.
So far.
Very quick before we get to Suave's new segment. High school basketball. Kick it off tonight, right? State, what are we in, the quarterfinals or the
state
semifinals? State semifinals tonight. Okay. What should we look forward to, J-Lo?
Yeah, got some big games coming up as far as the 757 goes. Lansdowne traveling all the way to South Lakes. South Lakes looking really good this year. I mentioned the other day they got Jordan Scott on their team, who's a Michigan State commit. Looks really good.
What is J-Lo's official prediction?
My prediction, I'm going to go South Lakes by a score of 78 to 65, I'm going to say.
Do me a favor there, Suave. Can you clip that?
Yep.
And send it to quote Coach Dwight over there at Lansdowne. And let him know that J-Lo.
They're just too young.
Okay,
honestly,
that's fine.
They got a lot of freshmen playing for him. They got a couple seniors.
Totally understand it. We're going to clip it. We'll send it to Coach Dwight. You'll be good to go.
Yeah.
Okay. South Lake.
Coming up in the 757, also in that same Class 6 tournament, you got Oscar Smith taking on CG Woodson at home. Oscar Smith tonight at 6 o'clock. Gonna be a good one. And I'm gonna take Oscar Smith in this one.
All right, it's gonna go
by
Oscar
a
Smith.
Score. I'm gonna say 76 to.
Dude, that's ridiculous. They're not gonna score 76 points
They got
in a
a nice
playoff game.
offense.
They could have great offense, but it's a little bit more physical. Defense will play a little bit bigger part. That's fine. You're going to go Oscar Smith. I got
Oscar
you.
Smith.
All right.
Yep.
All right. Gotcha.
All right. And then the next 757 game, the big one tonight, Green Run Woodside.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I cannot wait. This will be at Ocean Lakes High School at 7 o'clock. They got a big gym over there. So, honestly, huge game for Green Run. And that window's kind of closing. They got a lot of seniors. I'm going to go with Woodside, though. They're a really tough school. And I'm going to go with Woodside.
Well, that's a surprise.
Epic battle.
That's a surprise coming out of you.
66 to 63.
You've been a homer for Green Run the entire year.
I do like Green Run.
You've been a homer for Green Run all year long. Now when it comes down to the biggest game of the year, you're turning your back on them. Okay. Going to go with Woodside. No problem.
Yeah. And then the only other two games I know much about because it involves 757. And this one does, so Lancaster Franklin, coming out of Class 1. That'll be at Lancaster High School tonight at 7 o'clock. Lancaster's really good, man. And I like Franklin, but Lancaster is one of the better, probably the best Class 1 school in my opinion. I'm going to go Lancaster probably by about 8 to 10 points.
Lancaster, a little bit of a down year for Lancaster. Lost a lot of good talent, but still very well coached. So you're going to go with Lancaster. You're turning your back on Green Run. And your boy over there, so that's cool. And you're saying no to Lansdowne, which, again, you got 3 more years of those freshmen you got to deal with.
Yep.
So every time you walk into the gym, they're going to remind it. Hey, Jack, remember when you bet against us?
It'll be like
South
LeBron
Lakes.
James and Stephen A. Smith.
Okay, that's fine. Oh, please. I could only imagine you in a high school gym if somebody confronted you. You would be running for the exit. No, I apologize. You would be tiptoeing towards the exit if that ever happened.
Tiptoeing towards the exit. And then the only other game that I really have much interest in, John Marshall, Luray. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, John Marshall is favored in that one, minus 1,600.
John Marshall. They got to do something about John Marshall.
What can they do?
Well, I think it was Warpath who told me that they
tried to get into Class 6.
They tried to get into Class 6 and were denied. That's a hell of a jump.
Yeah.
That is a hell of a jump. But they got to do something. Okay, so there you go. Your high school preview for tonight's state semifinals. Look forward to it. I'll be checking out a little 7 o'clock on the NFHS.
So you going to go anywhere?
No, not at all. Not at all. I'll check it out on the web. That's the beauty of the web.
It's very safe.
Why would I want to go over to Ocean Lakes and be part of that?
To see the shenanigans.
Why? I've experienced the shenanigans all year long. I don't need to be there. I'll watch it on TV.
Sure.
Okay. All right, 7:32, Suave. What do we got going on here?
Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen. So there's a new segment called the WOL. So basically, what the moves is happening in the NFL. We're going to see, do we agree with the team or do we don't agree with the team? That's the WOL. Let's just start with this one because this is a funny one. So the Giants, they talking about a quarterback for the longest, Aaron Rodgers, all that good stuff. But the news have came that the Giants have secured Tommy DeVito for 2025 and future quarterback moves. So they officially resigned him to a 1-year deal, positioning him as the sole quarterback currently under contract for the 2025 season. DeVito, who has demonstrated capability and limited game time, is expected to serve as a backup while the team actively seeks a primary starter. We say?
What do I have to wait for you to finish? Can I just hold my sign up now?
Yeah, you can sign up. So as we all looking right now, and Oh,
I'm going to go with the winner.
We're going to win.
And I'm going to tell you why. Because I think Tommy DeVito's at the point, he knows he's not a starting quarterback in the NFL. He lives literally across the street from the Meadowlands. This is perfect for him. He lives at home. Mama gives him home-cooked meals. He makes a nice backup salary in the NFL. Maybe 1 or 2 games a year, you got to be ready to go. Perfect for the Giants. So I give him a win. Love it.
He gives him
Love
a
it.
W.
Give him a W.
So, Jayla, you said you gave him an L. Why you give him an L for?
Why do I give him a W? What has he done to prove that he's a good quarterback in this league? Sure, he can be a backup, whatever. Hey, he's living the life. There is no better job in the NFL than to be a backup quarterback. You have no expectations. When you do go in there, everybody loves you. There's nothing wrong with it for DeVito's side. For the Giants, I mean, what are we doing? I mean, I know we don't know the quarterback situation, but are we really thinking DeVito's going to be that good of a quarterback? I mean, sure, you need a backup quarterback, whatever. I mean,
you need a veteran. You need a guy that's been around the block for a few years. Look, you don't know who's at your quarterback position yet. If you go young, then you got somebody there just in case. If you go old like an Aaron Rodgers, you slide him to a 3 spot, or you go and draft somebody in the 4th round, you put him in the 3 spot. Who knows? It's the Giants. I really don't care. They're not going to be relevant this year. Let's move on. Please.
And this is why, because what you said, get us a 7 for J-Lo. This is why I said they get a W. Because who is their quarterback? They don't know if they're going to get Aaron Rodgers. He's been maybe linked to the Giants, but there's no really answer if he's actually going to the Giants. He's literally the sole quarterback for the Giants until the draft, which they could get either Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders, or Jackson or whoever. But as of right now, your quarterback, New York Giants, is Tommy DeVito right there for you. So you get a W for that one right there. Next one. The Rams are more likely at this point to release wide receiver Cooper Kupp than they are to trade him, which is coming from Rap Sheet. The Rams have been unable to find a trade partner for Kupp as of right now. So is moving Cooper Kupp right now a W or an L? Johnny D?
Well, they don't have a choice. They don't want to keep him. You don't want to pay him. You can't find a trade partner. Cut him.
That's why they
be done with it.
Oh, so you're going with the W. Okay.
Be done with it, man. Get rid of him. If you don't want him there, and you've pretty much told them, although we're bringing your boyfriend back, Matty Stafford, we don't want you here. We're going to try to get younger at that position. We don't want to pay you anymore. So W. The Rams are getting what they want, right? They would have loved to have gotten some compensation. You're not going to get it. Just move on. Just move on at this point, right? They're going to be fine.
And this is why, and I understand why you gave it W. This is why me and Jello agree. We're giving them an L.
Okay.
Because the fact is, he didn't want to go anywhere. You saw Rams when Cooper was healthy, when Puka was healthy. What did you do? Matthew Stafford. You show exactly who you are as a quarterback. Y'all tore it up. Yes, Puka tore it up as well, but Cooper Kupp was right there. He got healthy, and you both got into the playoffs. Do not release him. It's an L move. Cooper Kupp was, a couple years ago, the Super Bowl MVP. Yes, it may have slipped, but look, do not move away from it. It's an L move. You need to keep Cooper Kupp. And I know you want to release and let him go, so, but it's an L move. When I first heard about it, it's an L move right now. J-Lo?
Yeah, no, I agree. You have to find a way to get compensation, even if it's not much. Just get yourself a couple draft picks, a draft pick, if anything. Just cutting him, I get it. You get the money back, but you're losing. There's also a big dead cap hit as well. Like, you got to get something out of this other than just the free agency money. And also, why trade him in the first place? Let's keep him around. You have that deadly wide receiver duo in him and Nakua, as Suave was saying. And you still have Matt Stafford as of right now, but, you know, you got to keep him. And you got to find a way to get some compensation for him if you're going to get rid of him. So.
Absolutely. And from Hank, yes, you are absolutely right. It's time to make Tyrod Taylor great again. Jet started some real funk in the Meadows. Hey, you're right. Next one. This is for Johnny D because he was talking about it earlier. The Buffalo Bills part ways with punter Sam Martin to free up cap space. They have officially released him. A decision aimed to saving approximately $1.9 to $2 million.
That's a lot of money.
In salary cap space. This move comes as the team prepares for the upcoming NFL season, with Martin's release being one of the first steps in their financial restructuring. Gentlemen, we're going to start with Johnny D. W or L?
Can I go upside down, L? Or upside down W?
Yes.
I mean, what are we talking about? We're talking about kickers, talking about punters, talking about saving $1 million. So now they're only in the hole $6 million right now. Doesn't matter.
They're on a winning streak.
It doesn't matter. You could go out and find a decent punter somewhere else. It really doesn't matter. Just move on. Can we go to the next? Why did you even put this question out there?
I saw it. I thought of you, man.
Just move on. Go to the next one, please.
I thought of you. That's
Nobody cares. We're talking about a kicker here. What's wrong with you, Suave?
Hey, that tells you. Hey, that doesn't. I just
know your audience. Nobody cares. It's a punter.
All right, so next one, so we're sticking in baseball. So the Dodgers, Dave Roberts, poised to become MLB's highest paid manager. Yeah. And it's a complete of a contract extension that will set a new benchmark for managerial salaries in MLB. This deal is expected to exceed $8 million annually, average value previously set by Craig Counsell with the Chicago Cubs. Dodgers, with their new deal for the manager, is it a W or an L?
So J-Lo's going to say W, you're going to say W, and I'm going to say an L. You know why? How hard is it to manage when you've got the highest payroll in all of baseball by a long shot? And you're talking about Mookie Betts, you're talking about Freddie Freeman, you're talking about Shohei Ohtani. At this point, if you're Dave Roberts, just don't even show up. If you show up, you're going to be in the way. Just not showing up is a W for you. Like, why do you need to make Dave Roberts the highest paid manager? What does he got to do? He's got to do.
You got to manage the team.
Manage what? Manage what? Manage the snacks in the locker room?
Keep the locker room together. Fill the holes when somebody gets injured.
That's the general manager that does that. It ain't the manager. The GM and the ownership are going, hey, this is who you play. Here's why. Here's the bonus incentives they got. Anybody can manage the Dodgers right now. You just put it out of lineup. You got a couple of guys off the bench. You're going to rotate them in. That's fine. Shohei, what would you like to do today? Mookie, how you feel? Freddie, what do you need today? That's all you got to do if you're managing the Dodgers.
You still got to find.
I think Suave, you purposely are putting things up here to tick me off.
Okay, so in that case, the Yankees have a very nice payroll. They have a very nice roster.
First off, the Yankees do not have a very nice payroll.
They have a nice payroll.
The Yankees have a decent payroll. They're not the Dodgers are the number one payroll by far.
They are.
Yes.
Every position is solidified.
They have
the best rotation in baseball. The Yankees are still a dumpster fire.
The Yankees have a good roster.
They have a good roster. They do.
And yet Aaron Boone.
Is he the highest paid manager of baseball? No, he's not even close.
But my argument is you're saying anybody can manage the Dodgers. And if that's the case, the Yankees have not quite the same roster, but still a very good roster. But not anybody can manage them?
Again, Aaron Boone is not the highest paid manager in baseball. He's not even.
Dave Roberts isn't right now, but
he's not even close. Okay, Aaron Boone has been criticized over the last couple of years for his inability to manage. All right, They do not have the highest paid payroll in baseball. That's been an issue with the Yankees. Hey, go out and spend. You went cheap on Juan Soto. I totally understand it. Right? Yankees still have major holes. First base is a major hole. Third base is a major hole. Right? You put in Aaron Judge at center field, or you put in Cody Bellinger. You went out and got a Cody Bellinger. You got Paul Goldschmidt at first base after a disastrous season in St. Louis. You got no bench whatsoever. Okay? We're talking about Dave Roberts. Just show up. Have a pulse. That's all you need to do. You don't need to be the highest paid manager of baseball. You're telling me if you put Aaron Boone on the Dodgers, will they still win the same amount of games?
I would expect so.
Okay, so that's my point. That's my point. There are a lot of dudes you can plug and play with the Dodgers. They're still going to be the best team of baseball.
Sure.
Okay. Just, absolutely horrible.
Would you rather have Dave Roberts in New York than
I don't care. It doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. I don't think the manager has that much of an impact when you have a roster like they have for the Dodgers. That's my point.
I think he'd be better in New York than Aaron Boone.
Guess what? In Cleveland, yes, it matters. In Minnesota, yes, it matters. In Milwaukee, yes, it matters.
Nationals?
Hell, in Baltimore or the Washington Nationals, it matters. But if you're the Mets right now, and if you're the Dodgers right now, the two highest payrolls in Major League Baseball, where you got talent all over the field, all the manager needs to do is show up and get out of the way. That's all you got to do. Get out of the way because all the instruction is coming down. Brian Cashman runs the Yankees. Aaron Boone does not. Does not.
Yeah, but he still has a solid roster, and he's not getting it done. He can't get over the hump.
Can't get, and that's why I didn't want him back.
Yeah, you were saying to get
I didn't want him back.
Mm-hmm.
Got you to the World Series. Didn't get it done. Same thing with Sean McDermott. Get me to the playoffs. Can't win a game. Get rid of him. At some point, you got to get rid of him.
Suave, you're picking some touchy topics this
morning. But as the Warpath chimes in, hey, at least the Yankees could have beards.
That's
yes. Right. Which, by the way, was not Aaron Boone, was a damn player telling Brian Cashman, I pitch much better if I got a beard. Okay, done. Okay, done. Aaron, you got a thought on it? Nope. Okay. Wasn't going to listen anyway. Done.
And right before we go to break to the last one, this is an interesting story.
I don't like this segment at all.
You gotta love this segment because it's getting not Johnny D right now riled up. But this one's actually kind of like different. So Duke Blue Devils are going to clash with Arkansas Razorbacks in the Thanksgiving Classic. So what's going to happen is on November 27, 2025, Duke Blue Devils take on Arkansas Razorback for a high-stakes encounter on CBS Sports. It will be played in Chicago in the United Center. It's set to broadcast CBS promises to be a highlight of the non-conference schedule. Both teams known for their competitive spirit and talent. Playing on Thanksgiving Classic, Duke, Arkansas, is this a W or L?
Yeah, first off, I'm going to give it an L. You know why I'm going to give it an L? Why in God's name are we talking about a college basketball game for next year Thanksgiving? We haven't even gotten to the ACC tournament yet, and you want to highlight John Calipari taking on Johnny Shire next Thanksgiving.
Yes.
So I'm giving you an L, Suave. Right there. I'm giving you an L. Giving you an L.
I'm only going because this is what people was talking about. It hit the X and it hit trending. So I had to talk about it, get y'all expertise on it.
I'll give it an M. It's cool, but I mean, I don't really care right now, to be honest. It's as simple as that. It'll be a great matchup when the time comes. That's not for a while, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like it hit the news. They want to know that it's happening.
That's great.
Is that going to be a neutral court?
Yes, it's a neutral court.
So
I
once
told
again,
you.
We have the same conversation about Duke every year.
This is what Duke does. They don't do home and homes.
No.
They find neutral courts to get them ready for the NCAA tournament, right? They go to Madison Square Garden to take on Illinois. They're going to take on Arkansas and Chicago. This is what Duke does. Yeah. That's how they prepare.
Yep.
You're damn right I'm salty this morning. According to Warpath and Hank on the YouTube stream, I am salty this morning because Suave is going out of his way to bring up topics that he knows will tick me off on a Feel Good Friday. Shame on you.
I didn't do it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm innocent. But coming after the break, we're going to see what's trending in entertainment. Man Cave. We're going to talk about Man Cave. It's the morning drive.
Fox Sports 1310 Traffic.
This traffic update is brought to you by True Green. For those of you heading west on 64, expect heavy traffic between Military Highway and 17, as well as between Norview Avenue and Tidewater Drive. Looking at 64 eastbound, we're seeing some buildup between Armstead Avenue and Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel. Slow-moving traffic crossing Downtown Tunnel on 264, both east and westbound, and expect delays on 58 eastbound crossing Midtown Tunnel. I'm Elena Vegso on Fox Sports 1310.
Did you know that the minimum limits in Virginia are $30,000? $30,000 is a lot of money on an individual basis, but if you're involved in a personal injury matter, that's not enough. Here at Williams-Deloitte, we're happy to provide a consultation on the amount of coverage you have in your vehicle. It can be confusing. Not many people understand it. You know you need to have it, but do you have enough? Give us a call today at 757-547-5555 so we can help you prepare in the case of an automobile accident or any other personal injury matter that you or your family may find yourself in.
For any athlete, making it to the top sometimes comes with a few steps back. That's why there's CHKD Sports Medicine. Advanced diagnostics, treatment, and rehabilitation for sports injuries, just for young athletes like yours.
What's up at DQ? Oh, just the best deal ever! The $7 Bacon Cheeseburger Meal Deal. Bacon cheeseburger, fries, drink, and a sundae. No time to be modest. It's all full size for just $7. Right now at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that Infernal Revenue Service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service. 455-6763.
As a banker at Town Bank, we believe that people bank with people, not with banks. You're looking for an actual personal relationship, and that's what you get at our bank. You get that person that gets to know you, gets to know your business, is there for you. I think that is what motivates us, what drives us, and the idea that we are trying to serve others and enrich lives, I think is very true.
What makes a life a good one? Is it our adventures? Or the friends we find along the way? Is it the challenges we conquer together? Maybe it's the people's lives we touch every single day. So, what makes a life a good one? You'll have to figure that one out for yourself.
After more than 50 years of innovation, AstroTurf still leads the way. The inventor of artificial turf does it all, right here in the USA. We engineer, test, manufacture, and install the world's most innovative fibers and turf technologies. With over 30,000...
The Morning Drive with Johnny D on Fox Sports 1310.
Good to be with you on a Feel Good Friday. What are you feeling good about? Hit us up via the Tell 'em Kellum talk and text line this morning at 757-497-1310. We will get to your text coming up in the 8 o'clock hour. Also, the YouTube stream is up and rolling this morning. You got a comment, put it into the comment box. YouTube at Cova Sports TV. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button today. A couple of people have chimed in this morning. We could all manage the Dodgers. Dodgers 14-2, sixth inning. Hank, the manager. Which pitcher is struggling? I could get him some innings. Warpath, hey, at least the Yankees could have beards. We talked about that. Damn, Johnny is salty this morning. Well, I am salty. We're going to talk about the Bills and punters and the Dodgers and managers. I'm going to be salty. And the Grinch that stole Feel Good Friday. Okay.
Suave the Grinch?
No, I think I'm the Grinch.
No, he's the Grinch.
I'm the Grinch.
He's the Grinch.
That stole a Feel Good for Friday. So you got a comment, put it into the comment box this morning on the YouTube stream at Cova Sports TV. All right, let's get to the entertainment page, shall we?
Yes, sir. Let's go and get to it.
Want to know what's happening outside of sports? Here's what's trending in entertainment with Suave.
I think about what should we start with, y'all. I tell you something about the man cave, but it's also something become food. What should we start with? Should we start with food, J-Lo, or start with man cave?
Food.
Start with food? All right, so let's go ahead and start with food.
I love food.
This craze has been blowing up on the X, and it's a cinnamon roll Chester cheesecake. Now, this thing has been shared online and elicited a wide array of reactions from viewers, while many expressed extreme enthusiasm, with some exaggerating the desire to the point of making inappropriate comments. Others have said that it is disgusting. One individual found the dessert visual unappealing, showcasing the diversity in taste preferences. The cheesecake with a cinnamon, spiral cinnamon pattern, glossy finish became a topic of both admiration and critique among online viewers. So y'all see the cheesecake. Are we going to get that a W or an L?
So
wait, we're playing this game still?
No. This is because it's cheesecake.
Okay.
Here's my thing, and I'm going to get hate for this. I don't like cheesecake. So, therefore, I wouldn't like this, so it's no.
Johnny D, like you had a face expression there.
You got to put the picture back up.
Oh, here we go.
I enjoy cheesecake. I like a little bit of cinnamon. What is that? I mean, I'll try it.
The top part looks good.
I got no problem with it.
Cheesecake
so
part.
there's cinnamon on the top. There's icing. There's the cheesecake.
I don't know what's so unappealing.
Is this entertainment news? What the hell is
I
this?
just put it up there because it was funny. Everybody was talking about this food and how and it was going crazy.
I mean, did it cost $30 and an NYU student wanted it?
Ooh, we don't want to talk about that.
I would eat it. I give it a shot. I'd give it a one shot.
Like
it does look good.
It looks very good. I'm not gonna lie, and that's not the fat person out of me talking.
The all the cinnamon stuff added would make me want to try it. And I don't even eat cheesecake. So.
Now, cinnamon is a sneaky item that does make items better.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Absolutely.
It's one of the
if
most
you
underrated.
use it the right way.
Yes.
I dive in. Sure.
I would too.
I guess this is entertainment, but there.
Like I said, it was just a little bit funny. I saw online. I was like, it's cute. But this is actually it's cute. This is trending in music. T-Pain is showing everybody how much it costs to take a private jet from Atlanta to Vegas, and the amount of, get this, $126,000. So he's showing everybody to let people know that why he will take an economy and coach because of that price right there. And which here comes the people saying like, you know, he got the money, why not do that? Go ahead and take the money. But he's saying if I would have did that and take it, that's wasting money. And if I go the other way, people could call me broke. So it was trending in music because people were saying that T-Pain should go ahead and spend that $126,000 to take that round trip from Atlanta to Vegas on a private jet. No. And no. I'm like Dan Orlovsky. He even said it on First Take. Him and his family fly coach. They fly where they need to go, and he's gonna pay a budget money. All this $126,000. I know you may got the money
That's
for
crazy.
it. That is ridiculous.
That is crazy.
Because the private jet. Just think about it. From there to Vegas, back to Atlanta, it's $126,000. That's on one flight. Just imagine as a T-Pain, you have to travel to do shows. Just imagine how much that money is gonna go if you gotta do 7 to 8 shows in a month.
Why does it matter what the fans think if they think you're broke because you didn't take a private jet? That's crazy. Take the normal plane. That's unbelievable.
Because once you get into a status of where T-Pain is at, people will judge your pockets. And they'll say, why you can't fly there? Are you going broke?
I can't judge my pockets. I could care less. I'm taking the normal plane. I'm not paying over $100,000 for a private jet. Thank you very much. For one flight. Like you said. One round trip flight.
One round trip.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Johnny D, like you wanted to...
I mean, look, there's a lot of dynamics to this. Number one, you know, is he how long is he going to be there? You know, how much money is he making? You know, $126K to a guy who makes millions of dollars is nothing. Is he got multiple shows that he's got to do in multiple cities? Now, look, Dan Orlovsky could say that because he's got 7 kids, so that's a little bit different, right? He's got small children. You're not going to bring small children on a jet for $126K. What I'm saying is for these people that travel on a regular basis, sometimes it is, believe it or not, more cost-effective to do it if you can't afford to miss a show. The thing I'll say about this, Atlanta to Vegas, that's a direct shot. So you got no layovers to worry about.
No.
Right? It'd be different if you had more layovers to worry about. But, like, I mean, am I spending $126K? No, absolutely not. However, I do not make the money that T-Pain makes. And you're working in an industry where status means something. That's what you also got to understand. In the entertainment business and in the music business, status means a lot, right?
Absolutely.
Optics mean a lot. It may not mean a lot to you and me, but it may mean a lot to him and how he's regarded in the industry. So I still think it's a stupid story, but $126K, if you got it, spend it. Go for it. Why not?
Hey, it's your money.
It's your money.
It's your money.
You do what you want.
Now, this story right here hit
Couldn't
me
name
personally.
one T-Pain song, by the way. Could not name one. Who?
Sprung?
Sprung who?
Yeah. Oh. After the show, y'all, I'm going to give him a T-Pain song, so I'm going to give him
Was
educated.
he on All We Do Is Win?
Yes.
Okay.
You should know that song.
Yeah. You know that, right?
Yeah, but that's not his song. He made an appearance, correct?
Well, he was on it.
But come on, of all the parts they play in that song, they play T-Pain's part.
So he has a little bit of a drop in.
Yes.
But is it his song?
No, DJ Khaled's song.
Okay, so it's DJ Khaled's
But
song.
you know that.
But it's not T-Pain's
You ain't
song.
reciting Ludacris lines.
I'm just saying. I don't know a song.
I got you.
Let's move on.
Let's move on because this story right here, it hit my heart because I can't wait to get this in my new house, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm talking about a man cave. So the story is this. There are people arguing that a man cave represents immaturity, a form of masculinity, also consumerism too, such as that men should instead cultivate a more traditional and dignified place like a study. There's also debate over the authenticity of a man cave design. So I'm gonna ask you guys because I want this. I don't care what they call. I don't care what anybody says. I want a man cave.
Yeah.
Does it scream immaturity for a man to have a man cave?
That's crazy. What are we talking about here?
Does it
doesn't
scream
matter.
this? That we're little boys because we want a man cave to ourselves.
No,
I want
that's
a man
crazy.
cave.
Listen, so we got our new house a couple of years ago because we were always living in a townhouse. So we got our new house, and it's not mine necessarily. We all use it. It's basically a man cave. It's I don't know if you guys know the term frog. It's the front room above garage or over garage. So and we basically turned into that. We have 2 TVs in there now. We have gaming consoles, what have you, whatever, and it's awesome. You have sports memorabilia in there, place to hang out, have darts in there, basketball hoop. You know, it's just it's awesome. It's a great place to hang out. For me, it's a great place to go when I just don't want to be in my room anymore because I'm just tired of it. It's awesome. Man caves are great. Every man should own one.
Absolutely.
I don't care what you say.
Absolutely, Johnny D.
Well, I think it's up to your wife.
I think she would.
I mean, it's really up to the wife.
I think she
A
would
lot
want you
of
one.
Now,
spouses.
granted, you do have to have the extra room for it.
Well, look, a lot of spouses do want you to have a man cave because it separates you.
Yeah, it keeps you away.
from everything else in the house. So I'm all about it. Again, if you could afford it, and that's something that helps you feel a little bit better about yourself, and you're happy when you got it, then you go for it. There are different versions. There are different tiers of man caves, is what you got to understand. This one is nice.
Yeah. Ooh, what kind of tiers? I would love to know the tiers you're
Well,
talking
there's
about.
tiers. There's the type you just throw it to a garage and you kind of renovate the garage. This one's a little bit more upscale. I mean, for God's sakes, he's got a granite countertop.
He's got a bar in there.
You're not doing that one.
I don't need the whole bar thing. Just give me the TVs, the nice couch.
Here, Suave. There you go. This is what I say about the man cave. Right there. That's what I say.
Unbelievable. For the radio listeners, he's putting up the L sign.
Putting up the L.
Well, that's what's trending in entertainment, y'all. And coming up after the break, we'll enter the power hours. Throw your muscles up, because it's time to see what's going to happen in the last hour of the show on a Feel Good Friday. Not so much for Johnny D, because he don't feel good. He's the Grinch right now. But it is the morning drive.
Here's a quick weather update from the News 3 First Warning Storm Team.
Good morning, I'm meteorologist Miles Henderson. Partly cloudy skies today with high temperatures in the upper 50s. That's near normal for this time of year. For tonight, partly cloudy, lows dropping into the mid 40s. This weekend, a little warmer on Saturday. We'll see highs in the low 60s, still with partly cloudy skies and just a small chance for a shower, cooling down to the lower 50s on Sunday. For News 3, I'm meteorologist Miles Henderson. Have a great day.
What makes a life a good one? Is it our adventures? Or the friends we find along the way? Is it the challenges we conquer together? Maybe it's the people's lives we touch every single day. So, what makes a life a good one? You'll have to figure that one out for yourself.
What is more? Is it more reps, more strength, more stamina? We say it's all of that, but it's greater than just what's in the mirror. It's about improving your mental and physical health. More is a feeling of achievement, fulfillment, confidence. It's looking better, feeling better, being better, and it's our mission to get you there. Because here, you are more. One Life Fitness.
Portco is your local nonprofit organization dedicated to economic empowerment through employment for people with disabilities. We focus on abilities, not limitations, providing on-the-job vocational support. Find your pathway to employment. Contact us or learn more at portco.org.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service. 455-6763.
At Rush Soccer, our love of the game and the community we create doesn't stop when we leave the pitch or when the season ends. We are more than an individual player, team, club, or league. We are a truly global community of athletes, parents, coaches, professionals, and fans.
We believe that youth sports and the pathway to a lifelong love of soccer have the power to form deep, meaningful connections that will fundamentally shape our players and those in our community. We believe that what we feel is the key to what we can achieve. Feel the pride. Feel the confidence. Feel the legacy. Feel the connection. Feel the trust. Feel the acceptance. Feel the purpose. Feel the difference. Feel the rush.
At Atomic Wings, we prioritize real chicken with fresh, all-natural, never-frozen ingredients, all packed with serious flavor. Order from over 15 awesome flavors at atomicwings.com.
Download the app. Go where winners go for the best food and sports in Hampton Roads, Shore Break Pizza, and Tap House.
You're listening to Fox Sports 1310, WGHAM Newport News, and WVSP-FM HD2 Yorktown. This is Fox Sports 1310. We are Fox Sports. This Fox Sports 1310 update is brought to you by
ConFest 2025. That's right. Join Fox Sports 1310 AM for ConFest 2025 at Mount Trashmore in Virginia Beach on Saturday, April 12th from 12 noon to 4 p.m. ConFest is a free pet and family-friendly community event to help bring Hampton Roads together for a day of full of positivity to support local nonprofit organizations and fun. There will be food trucks, bounce houses, games, live music from Snack Bar Joe, and a special performance from Nashville recording artist Ryan Larkins, presented by Chesapeake Regional Healthcare. For more information about the event, head over to myconfest.com. That's myconfest.com. Power Hour, and this is your Fox Sports update. Old Union is advancing in the Sun Belt Tournament, beating Texas State 64-61. In a quote by head coach Mike Jones, he says, "I'm extremely proud of our team. That was an extremely physical game, and for a young team like we are, an experienced team like we are, to respond the way we did, this is what March Madness is all about." I couldn't agree even more. And Bobby Wagner says, I'm coming back to Washington because we got some business to finish. 1 year deal he signed, and he's 34. He finished with a team high 132 tackles and 2 sacks, 1 forced fumble, and 2 fumble recoveries. He became a key leader for Washington, which went 12-5 and reached the NFC Championship game. It's the morning drive, y'all. It's the Power Hour. We're powered by Coach Sports TV, Fox Sports 1310, 100.9 FM, and streaming live on YouTube at Coach Sports TV. Let's get on with the show.
Live from the OVM with Annie Mac Home Mortgage Studios, the official home of the Hampton Roads sports fan. It's the Morning Drive, powered by Cova Sports TV on Fox Sports 1310, along with Suave and J-Lo. Here's your host, Johnny D.
See, I got to ask the question that nobody wants to ask, Sir Suave.
What's that?
And the question is, you're talking about Bobby Wagner returning to the Washington Commanders.
Yes.
On a, how long a deal was it? A 1 year deal?
1 year deal.
Okay, a 1 year deal. Here's the question, though. Did anyone else want him?
You'd be surprised.
I think so.
I think so.
You think so?
I think so.
Okay. All right.
I mean, when you see what he did with Washington, this man, 34 years old, had over 100 tackles.
But again, perfect for the system that's in Washington. Is that a guy of Cincinnati, let's say, who needs to plug a lot of holes? And we've been talking a little bit about Trey Hendrickson this morning, requested a trade, and how, the Commanders will be great. Because the Commanders are pretty much tied to anyone who's got a pulse on the defensive side of the ball.
Pretty much.
That's going to be possibly a free agent or a trade target. You know, Trey Hendrickson fit in well in a system. Would Bobby Wagner fill in well in a system in Cincinnati? It's all about systems.
You're right.
Like we talked a little bit about Sam Darnold this morning and how Minnesota is not going to re-sign him. They didn't tag him. Where's he going to go? Is it going to be the Giants? Is it going to be the Raiders? Could it be the Browns? Could it be the Titans? A lot of teams that are being mentioned, the Steelers. But where does he fit well? What team runs a similar system to what Kevin O'Connell just ran in Minnesota? Because if I'm Sam Darnold, look, we've been down this road. We know what happened with the New York Jets. We know what happened in Carolina. Okay. Did it work out? But it worked out in Minnesota. They had the resources. They had the weapons. They had the system. So you got to be careful about where you go. You got to make sure you fit in. I love the fact that Bobby Wagner is back. I know he's a fan favorite up there in D.C., and he's perfect for what Dan Quinn has got going on. I guess my question is, did anybody else want him?
I think probably if any team would want it, would probably been the Raiders to get reunite with Pete Carroll.
Okay.
I think that could have worked because right now it seems like for some odd reason a lot of former players from Seattle under him is tied to the Raiders. Yeah. We talked about yesterday how Russell Wilson is tied with him. And you said yesterday, didn't him and Pete Carroll have an issue? But apparently Russell Wilson is tied to go to the Raiders to reunite with Pete Carroll.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Pete Carroll ran him out of Seattle.
Exactly.
Guess I was wrong on that one. All right, look, we got some more football news coming up here in a little bit. We'll talk some ACC basketball coming up at about 8:25 this morning. Tone Hollywood will be joining us. He is a Clemson alum.
Yes.
And Clemson's a sneaky good team, man. They're going to be in the big dance. Can they make a run in the ACC? That's coming up next week, so we'll talk about that. Obviously, the big one this weekend, must-win mode for Carolina as they take on Duke. If Carolina wins, they're in. They're in the NCAA tournament. I do not care what happens in the ACC tournament. They will be in. But if they lose, they got some work to do. So we'll talk a little college hoops. Coming up at 8:45 this morning, what to watch for tonight. Also, Suave's motivation for a Friday. Can't wait for that. I got my pen ready. I got my recording ready to roll. One thing I did want to bring up, and I mentioned this last hour. I found a story about Karl Anthony Towns, and it was Draymond Green. It was on the Draymond Green podcast when they talk about responsible journalism. This is where people have a lot of issues. Golden State Warrior forward Draymond Green sent well wishes to New York Knicks center Karl Anthony Towns after the death of a family friend, but said Thursday he was just relaying what he heard when he said on his podcast that Towns didn't play for the Knicks against Golden State this week because Jimmy Butler was in the building. Towns was listed out for personal reasons when the Warriors beat the Knicks 114-102 on Tuesday. Green, during his podcast with former NBA player Baron Davis, said that, quote, some would say he didn't play because Jimmy was in the building, end quote. Gotta love these guys, man. They just, Draymond Green just doesn't care.
He does.
Nope.
He just doesn't care.
He never will.
Yeah. Green did say, quote, that's unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks, Green said. But my comments that I made were, people, what I heard was this. That's what I heard. So I did send my well wishes to him and his family. Hey, by the way, I wish you the best. However, I know the reason you didn't really want to play is because of Jimmy Butler. That's pretty much what he said. I find it very hard to believe when you're talking about the best of the best league in the world in the NBA. These are the best players that they fear competition against the Duke. They don't even play the same position. Karl Anthony Towns does not play forward. He's a center. He doesn't really have to worry about Jimmy Butler. But
I heard Karl Anthony Towns was kind of soft though for multiple people.
Yeah, I mean that's the knock on him. Yeah. He does not play defense, and he does not have the intestinal fortitude of one Jimmy Butler. However, it is a dumb thing to say. Really is a dumb thing to say.
Did he respond?
Karl Anthony Towns?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't
Please
think he
respond.
But he's the type of dude that will not respond. That's the whole thing. And that's why you're calling him soft.
Yeah.
Because he's not going to respond. Unlike a Charles Barkley or a Kendrick Perkins, where Barkley is going to make a comment. And then Kendrick Perkins, who, by the way, makes a lot of money as the face of the NBA for ESPN, or one of the faces of the NBA for ESPN, is going to go right back on social media, pretty much challenge Charles Barkley to a fight. I mean, that's what we do. Charles Barkley calls him a fool, calls him an idiot, because Perk is sitting there talking about the Lakers saved the NBA over the last couple of weeks. Barkley takes a shot at him. Perk responds of, bring it. You know where to find me. I'm a Texas guy. I'll whoop your ass. I mean, this is great. This is what the NBA has become, right? This is why the NBA ratings are through the roof. Do you think Adam Silver had a conversation with people that said, hey, look, we got to spice it up a little bit. Charles, here's what I want you to do. And Perk, here's how I want you to respond. And oh, by the way, Draymond Green, just say something dumb about Karl Anthony Towns, please. And I'm just going to allow the trade to happen to send Luka to the Lakers so we can make you the best team in the NBA since the trade. Can we get all that done? And oh, by the way, Colin Cowherd, can you do me a favor? Can you go out and insult Jason Tatum and say he's not an elite player so now people are talking about the NBA? You think all this is going on behind the scenes?
Y'all get Adam Silver a heart attack.
Right?
Oh,
right?
Man.
And oh, by the way, let's throw in there that I think Steph Curry should be in the GOAT conversation.
Yeah.
Right, that's another one. Just a lot of different storylines this week as the NBA tries to keep pace with the NFL, where they don't play games in the NFL right now, but they still steal all the headlines.
Absolutely.
All the headlines. All the talking heads. You know what they're going to talk about today? They're going to talk about Aaron Rodgers. Yep. Oh, dear God. They're going to talk about Sam Darnold. Oh, dear God. They're going to talk about Trey Hendrickson. Oh, Lord, help me.
DK Metcalf.
That's all that's going on.
You should hear what Kendrick Perkins said, too, after what we talked about earlier. He said, quote, this idiot is headed to SportsCenter to talk all Lakers. They said Brian and Luka couldn't play together, but they play otherwise. They said we were going to be crying in the morning talking about the Lakers. They're wrong again. Gotta show love to the 40-year-old Braun who basically locked up Cat tonight. Carry on. Has to actually watch basketball. Boy, this is good.
I just love the fact that Barkley takes shots at his future employer.
I know.
At ESPN.
It's awesome.
That's tremendous to me. And look, the talking heads are going to talk about it. The Lakers, we mention this all the time. There are certain things on radio and on television, if you bring it up, it stirs conversation, right? Lamar Jackson stirs conversation. The Dallas Cowboys stir conversation. Luka and LeBron, it stirs conversation when you're talking about the Lakers. I brought this point up to you in hour 2. Nobody cares about OKC. Yeah. And that's Barkley's point. Nobody's watching OKC. They're not going out of their way to go see SGA. They're not going out of their way to see Mobley and Garland and Donovan Mitchell in Cleveland. Nobody cares. And if you're the NBA office, if you were to ask Adam Silver today, give me your unfiltered opinion, unbiased. I'll put anonymous on it. Would you be happy to see Cleveland or OKC in an NBA Finals television package? He would say no.
No.
Absolutely not. I would be thrilled if it were the Lakers and the Celtics.
Yes.
Woo!
Yeah.
The Knicks, spectacular. Right?
Oh, Knicks in the finals. It's a wrap.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
It would be great.
Knicks Lakers.
Right?
Oh, that might be the greatest finals.
OKC Cleveland? Ugh. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see that at all. Hey, very quick on the YouTube stream this morning. You got a comment, put it up on the comment box on our YouTube stream at Cova Sports TV. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Greatly appreciated. Caterpillar has chimed in this morning. Man caves are a must. I need my peace. That's what she's got to say. Hank says man caves are a necessity. He also wants you to say the A word again there, Suave. If you could do that, can you do it? Come on, don't do it. Don't do it. I don't want you to have a heart attack because Jay will just step right over you to get to the microphone. He won't even worry about you. No mouth to mouth, no resuscitation whatsoever. He's just going to step right over you to get to the microphone.
What promotion?
Yeah. Let's see what else we got here on the stream this morning. Hank, former Cowboys tied to Quinn. Yeah, there's a comfort level. Yeah. This happens all the time in the NFL. Guys move. They go from job to job, coordinator to head coach, coordinator, whatever it might be. It's a system again. They are familiar with it. They're comfortable with it. They've had success in it. Why not? I was talking about DeMarcus Lawrence, where I think from a free agent standpoint, the Commanders need to make a run at him. If he's healthy, an interior lineman is one of the best in the NFL. I know he's a little bit older at 33, 11 years in the league, 7.5 sacks, but when healthy, he is good, and he knows Quinn's system. And then Hank has Towns is soft. Well, okay.
Well, yeah.
All right. And then who's this? Jason Serrano has chimed in this morning. Finally got a chance to remember to tune in. Great job, bro. Show is fire. Obviously, he knows you.
Yes.
He don't know me. I'm not getting fire emojis this morning, that's for sure.
No, you're getting Grinch.
Well, I should, because you come out with a brand new segment, And right out of the gate, you want to take shots at the Buffalo Bills and the punter. Then, oh, by the way, the team that beat the Yankees in the World Series. That's right out of the gate. Then you want to bring up a Duke basketball game that's 9 months from now. What's wrong with you?
Suave, I thought the concept was good, man.
The concept was great.
Yeah.
The execution sucked.
I thought the execution was comedic and entertaining, Suave, and that's what matters on a radio program.
That's all that matters, Swap.
And look, get Johnny D at his conference on. It makes great content. Because that's when y'all can see the New York come out of him. It's when he gets upset.
New York.
And you get the passion. Then you get the Bronx coming out of him.
So we're making fun of accents now. That's what we're doing. Well, it sounds like J-Lo just did. Just made fun of the accent. Hey,
Well,
J-Lo, by the way,
out.
J-Lo, do me a favor. Put it up on the poll this morning on our X account at Drive Johnny D. Are man caves a must in every household? I would love to hear from our listening audience. Are man caves a must in every household? I do not have a man cave. I had one in my old house, but I do not have one in my new house. I've got an office.
That's what
I was going to say,
okay,
the memorabilia is
tell us
nice in the
earlier.
office.
The memorabilia is in the
I like the
office,
memorabilia.
but I don't have a bar and multiple flat screens.
That's not normal. That's not normal.
But that's part of a man cave.
The bar part. That's a premium man cave right there. Not everybody has that.
So what would you like to be in your man cave, J-Lo?
For me, I just need the TVs. I need a comfortable couch, a nice recliner. We got a recliner in ours, some gaming consoles, and then memorabilia galore. I want jerseys, signed jerseys. Honestly, an underrated one, something like a foosball table, a pool table, something like that.
That's pretty good.
How big is your man cave?
Oh, no. I'm saying just a dream man cave.
That is your dream.
Just
Your
some
dream
sort of
man
table.
cave.
I don't know what kind of table.
I mean,
foosball, pool.
You got to understand the man cave is for entertaining.
Yeah.
So you need to make sure you got a bar set up, you got stools, you got everything else, you got multiple TVs, the gaming consoles. I'm afraid to ask, what is the one piece of memorabilia, the first piece of memorabilia that needs to go up in your man cave? I've got a suggestion for you. It's probably not going to be what you say, but I've got a suggestion for you. But I want to hear from you.
Go ahead.
What is that one piece
That's a great
of
question.
memorabilia?
So for mine personally, not with my families, it might be we have it. It's one of my favorites in our man cave right now. It's a portrait, and it has the Sports Illustrated booklets from when UVA won the national title.
Okay.
Oh,
that's a good one.
That's good.
That's a good one. It should. You are a big UVA homer. It should be a lot of UVA memorabilia.
It is
in
a
there.
lot of UVA. I'm scared to say it, but it is.
There will be a lot of UVA memorabilia in there. There will be some Commanders.
Yeah.
And how much Philadelphia Eagles will be in there?
There will be
Here
no
you
Philadelphia
go.
Eagles. There is
Here
Philly
you
stuff, though.
go
There is
again.
Philly stuff. I'll tell you, one of my favorite Christmas gifts from a couple of years ago, my aunt got. She lives in Philly. And this is the year when the Phillies made the run when they were the 6th seed. Nobody expected them to be good. They made it to the World Series. And it's this portrait of Citizens Bank Park. And making up the park is every single name of every Philly ever up to that point. Every Philly. So Ryan had anybody, whether they were good or not. If they played a game for the Phillies, they were on there. You could find anybody. It was incredible.
If I had an unlimited budget and I was going to gift you something to put in your man cave, this is what I would gift you. Because I think this would be tremendous for you. I would get you an autographed Ralph Sampson jersey.
Oh, that would be unbelievable.
Right? That would be the greatest.
That would go in there immediately.
Oh, immediately. That should be the centerpiece
Oh, that would be unbelievable.
of your man cave. He is UVA basketball.
Yes, he is.
Yes,
Right?
he is.
And then I would put next to it in a small 8x10 the resignation letter of one Tony Bennett. Just put it right there. The resignation letter
it
of
would go
Tony
in
Bennett.
there.
And frame it.
It would go in there.
I want it
Swab, you're not
framed. I
laughing.
want it signed. Tony Bennett that says J-Lo, appreciate it. I'm out.
Suave, you're
Can't
laughing.
deal with it
that
anymore.
would go in the man cave.
Why would you
man.
put a letter of somebody quitting in your man cave?
One of my relatives, he has stuff. He was the biggest Brett Favre fan. He's a big Packers fan. He has the stuff Brett Favre out of Green Bay, Brett Favre retiring and stuff. He has all this stuff. It's a part of memorabilia.
Well, that's a lot of memorabilia because didn't he not retire like 7 times?
Exactly.
Yeah, I think it was the official. I don't know. I have to
Matter
go
of fact,
back
he just
and look.
retired last week. So
That's what I would put in your man cave.
Yeah, I think that would fit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. 8:22 on the program.
thank you, Warpath.
Look, straight ahead, we're going to talk a little ACC basketball. Tone Hollywood will drop by. He's a Clemson guy. Can Clemson knock off Duke in the ACC tournament? We'll ask. That's coming up next. It is a Friday edition of the Morning Drive.
Fox Sports 1310 Traffic.
This traffic update is brought to you by Rapid Radios. Expect heavy traffic heading east on 64 between Armistead Avenue and Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel. For those of you heading west on 64, expect delays between Military Highway and Route 17, as well as between Northview Avenue and Tidewater Drive. Bumper-to-bumper traffic on 264 eastbound between Effingham Street and Berkeley Bridge. And be aware that the Coleman Bridge will be lifting at 9 a.m. I'm Alina Vexo on Fox Sports 1310.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with national LTE coverage. Go to rapidradios.com and you'll get up to 60% off free UPS shipping. Add code RADIO for an additional...
A good one. Is it our adventures? Or the friends we find along the way? Is it the challenges we conquer together? Maybe it's the people's lives we touch every single day. So, what makes a life a good one? You'll have to figure that one out for yourself.
What is more? Is it more reps, more strength, more stamina? We say it's all of that, but it's greater than just what's in the mirror. It's about improving your mental and physical health. More is a feeling of achievement, fulfillment, confidence. It's looking better, feeling better, being better, and it's our mission to get you there. Because here, you are more. One Life Fitness.
Portco is your local nonprofit organization dedicated to economic empowerment through employment for people with disabilities. We focus on abilities, not limitations, providing on-the-job vocational support. Find your pathway to employment. Contact us or learn more at portco.org.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service. 455-6763.
At Rush Soccer, our love of the game and the community we create doesn't stop when we leave the pitch or when the season ends. We are more than an individual player, team, club, or league. We are a truly global community of athletes, parents, coaches, professionals, and fans. We believe that youth sports and the pathway to a lifelong love of soccer have the power to form deep, meaningful connections that will fundamentally shape our players and those in our community. We believe that what we feel is the key to what we can achieve. Feel the pride. Feel the confidence. Feel the legacy. Feel the connection. Feel the trust. Feel the acceptance. Feel the purpose. Feel the difference. Feel the rush.
What makes a life?
Fox Sports 1310 and live on Cova Sports TV.
Man, I did have somebody text me on the Tell 'em Kellum talk and text line at 757-497-1310. They go, hey, does J-Lo even know who Ralph Sampson is?
Yes, I know who Ralph
Are you
Sampson
sure?
is. Yeah, played for the Houston Rockets.
Who else did he play for?
You
dirty. You dirty.
I know, I'm sorry.
I don't know.
So wrong.
You're wrong.
So many levels.
Yes.
Who was Ralph Sampson's point guard?
For the Rockets?
No, for UVA. Nobody cares about the Rockets.
For UVA,
Come on, man.
was this?
Come on, man.
It's starting to be crazy. I have the name in my mind. Hold on.
Come on, J-Lo.
Think close to home.
Come on.
Think close to home, bro.
I have it in my head.
No. Forget about that. All right, you marinate on that. Suave, would you like to introduce? It wasn't Stokes, by the way. It was the other guy I'm referring to. So thank you, Hank.
Oh, my God. I'm
Suave, would you like to introduce our next guest?
Absolutely.
Please?
So, ladies and gentlemen, we got a special guest in the house for everyone. He is the brand manager and host of 100.5 The Vibe from 3 to 7. When I did my 7-5 shout-outs earlier, I did one of him. This is Tone Hollywood, the king of Clemson Tigers. How you doing, Tone? What's going on, man?
CLEMSONTIGERS Fight, Tigers, fight, Tigers, fight, fight, fight. Woo! What up, Johnny D? What up, J-Lo?
What's happening, brother? Hey, where's the chef's hat this morning? You ain't got the chef's cap this morning? We ain't doing that this morning? You know what I'm talking about. Of course you do. Come on, man.
brother.
Hey, look, if you're the brand manager over there, can we get a simulcast on 100.5 as well?
Let's
Can
do
we
it.
do
Let's make
that?
it happen. Let's
We can make it. Well, look, you're in charge. You're the one who can make it happen.
So,
I got no say.
I'll have a sheet. All you gotta do is talk about the Cowboys and the Lakers.
Yeah, I'm out.
We're done.
So that was fun while it
20, 30
lasted.
minutes, and you got it, Johnny D. You guys got it.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. This was a long negotiation, but it's over now.
Didn't last long, did it?
No, did not last long. But thanks. Appreciate you playing.
Absolutely.
Thanks for having me here,
So-
fellas. Thanks for having me, man.
Hey, thanks for coming on the show, man. I know you're busy, a lot of things going on. We're going to definitely talk about what you got going on for the Vibe. But, I mean, let's go and get right to it. ACC, March Madness. Let's go ahead and talk about them. The Clemson Tigers, what's going on with them?
Let's go, Chase. Let's go, Ian. Let's go. Let's go. Right now, we're second in the ACC, ranked number 11 right now, 13 power rankings. I mean, I think last year going to the Elite Eight, they got the hair on their chest. What my old track coach used to say, they got the hair on their chest. They got a chance to see what it was like. They overachieved, and it looked like they're overachieving this year too. So let's not lay an egg in the ACC champion, in the ACC tournament like they did last year. Let's not lay an egg. But if they can go ahead and maintain what they've been doing this season, I think they can make a legitimate push and a legitimate run against Duke. I'd like to see them and Duke in the final and see what we can do in the ACC championship, baby.
That would be a lot of fun. And look, for those who do not know and don't cover ACC basketball, Clemson already knocked off Duke.
Yep.
That was at Clemson. And I was telling my brother-in-law the other this because I talk about this in March and you get into early April. The teams that make a run in the NCAA tournament have to have good guard play. And Clemson's got one of the best at Chase Hunter, right? I love Chase Hunter as a guard there. But you mentioned Ian, but I think Brownwell is a little bit underrated as a head coach. He's been at Clemson for a long time, 11 or 12 or maybe 13 years. He knows how to win. Clemson is one of those teams when you look at the ACC and you look at the NCAA tournament, matchups obviously are key. They got good guard play. They got physicality. They got a guy who could go inside and outside in Ian. They got a big that they brought in that could stretch the floor. They are a team that can make a little bit of noise in the NCAAs.
They do, and I think they're well rounded on all sides, and it's unfortunate. I was one of those people that was hard on Bromell. I'm not even gonna lie. I've been hard on him for years, but he's always every couple of years he turns the team around and he gets the talent and puts them together. And this is without getting those big 5-star athletes or those big really blue chip athletes to come to Clemson to play basketball, not football, basketball. Mm-hmm. But he turns it around and ends up making them play really well, really good team defense and really good offense. And he's just been able to make it happen, man. Bromell is doing an amazing, excellent job. And to see Clemson ranked 11th in basketball right now is just, it's great. It's just a really, really good feeling.
Suave, I do have a follow-up. Is that acceptable down at Clemson being a basketball school and not a football school anymore?
Man. I was in Clemson in the 1900s, okay? So I was there during the Greg Buckner era, the Harold Jensen era, the Harold McIntyre era, where they upset Kentucky the year after they won the national championship. They end up beating North Carolina, and they had the dunk, in the ACC tournament. But still, that's the closest we've been. And, even back in the day, going further before I was there when the great Horace Grant, y'all know who Horace Grant is, right? You know what I'm saying?
Of course, Chicago Bulls Horace Grant. Come on now.
I just want to make sure I'm talking to. And Dale Davis, when those guys played and they got to the Elite Eight and then lost, at that time, Clemson, that was about as big as it's been in basketball. Clemson will probably always be a football school, but it is great to see the basketball doing it. And you never know. We could be one, blue chip recruit away from taking this program to the next level. I think that's all it really takes.
Takes a lot of money. I mean, look, from an NIL standpoint.
Right now,
and somebody made the comment the other day, they're already talking about college football, that actually Clemson is one of those teams to watch this year in college football. I'm just glad you settled your lawsuit. I'm just so happy that Clemson and Florida State figured it out with Jim Phillips at the ACC. Now everybody can play nice with each other in the sandbox. That was very nice of Clemson to go, okay, yeah, we're good.
We just had to go back to the lawsuit, didn't we? But that's in the news.
It had to be done.
Yeah. It had to happen. I'm glad it happened. We'll see what happens in the future. I'm sure there's going to be another controversy between us and the Florida State that'll take over the headlines. Who knows what will be next?
All right, we got Tone Hollywood from 100.5 to Vibe, the soul of the seven cities. Like, Tone, we know you represent Clemson. You got the jersey on. You hype for Clemson. But give people a background story of Tone Hollywood as a Clemson Tiger. Let everyone know exactly what you did when you was in college.
I ran track. I was fortunate. I was raised here in Hampton, Virginia, you know what I'm saying, and went to Kickingham High School. Was fortunate enough to get a scholarship to run track at Clemson University, and was a blessed opportunity. I got a chance to win the World Junior Championships in the 200 and won a couple ACC championships, placed nationals, 7-time All-American. I don't like to brag, but stuff like that.
Go ahead. Talk that talk, Tone. Talk that talk, Tone. Go ahead.
7-time All-American. I had some really good athletes that I trained with, some really good coaches that helped push me to take it to the next level when I came from high school up to college, and was able to just really represent, run against some of the fastest people in the world. Got a chance to make it to the Olympic trials and run against Michael Johnson and Carl Lewis. Like I said, it's from the 1900s. But run against some big time legends and run professionally. And I'm really appreciative of the opportunity I got to go to Clemson, man. I didn't even know where Clemson was when I got a recruiting letter from them. You know what I'm saying? But, very glad I chose the Big Orange. And, man, here we are. Got a chance to get inducted into the Athletic Hall of Fame back in 2017. So just really proud and blessed to be a Clemson Tiger,
Absolutely. Johnny D, they got the game this weekend, Tone. Duke, North Carolina. What's the prediction? I got my prediction. I'm going to give it
here, hold on. Before I get the prediction, the one thing I do want to ask, Tone, in all honesty, is Cooper Flag as good as advertised?
When he messes up, he messes up big. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, right now he's the talk of the town. They're saying that he's going to, he's a one and doneer. I've seen some great highlights from him, but he can be stopped. So I think he's quote. I think he is what he's advertised to be. But is he ready for the NBA? Y'all think he's ready for the NBA now?
Well, I mean,
at this point.
You're talking about the phys. Here's what you got to understand. This is what people don't understand about Cooper Flag. He classed up.
He's supposed to be in high school right now.
He's really only supposed to be a high school senior. So he could still be developing physically. Mm-hmm. He's not going back to college. So could we stop that conversation? You're not going to have Cooper Flag with the Boozer brothers next year at Duke. That's just totally unfair. Mm-hmm. He will be going to the NBA if he's in the right system. See, the problem at Duke is early in the season, they put him in a position where down the stretch, they put the ball in his hands and expected him to win basketball games. That has changed now of late. Right, the ability to facilitate, the ability to find his teammates. He's a tremendous passer. I think he's better than what we thought. I did not realize from an all-around game, and defensively, he's starting to pick it up a little bit. I'm going to go out on a limb. He is going to be a monster in the NCAA tournament, and Duke is going to be a handful. But this weekend, Duke, North Carolina, I already made the comment. Duke's going to win by double digits easily. Carolina is a fraud. They've beaten some pretty good teams of late. No, they have not. It's been the ACC. They've played the bottom dwellers in the ACC. They will get run out of the gym this weekend against Duke.
Yeah, I need North Carolina to win, but I don't think that's going to happen, man. They definitely have a down year. It hasn't been good. They haven't looked good but a few games. They're going to probably get it. Double digits, I can see that. Like I said, the game is it in Chapel Hill or is it Duke? Where's the game?
Chapel Hill.
It's in Chapel Hill.
Oh, Chapel Hill. It'll be close in the first half.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's fair.
So we're going to give Tone Hollywood from the Vibe. So Tone, man, a lot of things happening with the Vibe. Go ahead and let the people know what you got going on lately with the Vibe, man.
Giving away tickets over here. This called me Ticketmaster Junior. We're giving away tickets to Cat Williams. Giving away tickets to Kim. Some of the new shows that are going down at the Dome in Virginia Beach. We're just keeping it lively, man. We do nothing but throwbacks. I got to text Johnny D to get his top 5 Notorious B.I.G. songs so I can go ahead and get them on the air.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm all about that, bro. Hey, do you got 3 Dog Night tickets? Are you getting 3 Dog Night tickets?
Let me check with promotions. I doubt it, but let me see what I can
What's wrong? What's wrong?
Biggie songs. You don't know Wu-Tang.
We over here doing Williams. We over here giving tickets. Let us see. He has about 3 Dog. Man, I love it.
3 Dog Night. They're opening up the dome.
Right. They were the last performer.
They closed them.
Yeah.
See, we gotta educate Suave and Jello over here. They ain't on our level.
I'm surprised
right?
you know that.
They closed out the dome. They're gonna open up the dome. I like Cat Williams, by the way.
Oh,
I'm just saying. I got a little bit of soul.
You
in me.
surprised me.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. I got a little bit of chocolate in me. I'm not all vanilla. Come on.
You gotta give me that Notorious B.I.G. playlist now. I'm gonna bug you.
Oh, absolutely. We'll do a little NWA if you want.
No.
Too soon. Too soon. Can we go raw bass? Can I go raw bass? Okay, we'll do a little raw bass.
Yes.
Okay, we'll do a little raw bass. That's cool. All right, we'll find that happy medium. Do a little raw bass. Joy and pain, sunshine and rain. Come on, we'll do it.
I got you. I can load it up right now. I got you.
All good, bro.
Good. Hey, man, thank you very much for taking the time, man, coming on the show, man. I appreciate everything you do. I appreciate the station. Like I said, this guy, for everyone that's listening, especially in the local scene, we had the Buddha Brothers. And I told this man when he came on, I said, you're going to take that mantle. I'm not ashamed to say it right now. The Vibe, 1.5 Vibe, is #1. And it's going to continue to be the best in the local scene. Best out of the 7 cities. And it's only going to get bigger from here. We appreciate you, Tone Hollywood. Keep doing your thing. And you can always come on the show whenever you feel like it, man. Thank you very much for coming on to the
Fox. Thank you guys for keeping radio local, keeping that local vibe here. Johnny, what you guys are doing, Johnny, J-Lo, Suave. I love it. I love hearing what you guys do. I love sports. And you guys are bringing it to a local level where somebody from Chesapeake, Hampton, Newport News, Suffolk can listen and relate and bring it to the people, man. So I love it, man. You guys keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep doing what you're doing. I love it, bro. I'm glad it's in the house. I would be jealous if y'all was at another company. I'm like, dang.
And we appreciate that, man. Yo, thank you, man. Hey, take it easy, man.
All right.
Yes, Clemson. Yeah,
Clemson.
We'll see.
Clemson.
We'll see.
That's going to be one of my picks. I'm telling you right now, when the NCAA tournament rolls around and you start filling out the bracket, take a look at Clemson. They got all the ingredients. Mm-hmm. You got good guard play. You got a dude who could go inside, outside. They play physical. They play defense. Just take a look at Clemson.
I like them to at least the Elite Eight.
Yeah.
At least.
Take a look at Clemson. Did you figure out that guard, by the way?
Jeff Jones?
There you go, big fella.
Took me a minute.
Yeah.
It took you a little more than a minute. It took you a minute and a couple of text messages, but you got it.
No text messages.
You got it.
Yes.
It's all good. Don't lie. You got a couple of text messages, but it's okay.
It's
all
lesser
right.
of the text messages, more of the typing in the Google search engine.
Okay, there you go. Way to throw that out there. All right,
some glory hole.
why don't we roll into the break there, Suave? What do we got coming up next?
Yes, sir. Coming up next, we're going to talk about what to watch for tonight, what's happening, and also motivation for a Friday for everyone to get their weekend started. It's coming from Suave. We got my man J-Lo and the boss, Johnny D. It's the morning drive, y'all.
Fox Sports 1310 Traffic.
This traffic update is brought to you by Rapid Radios. Expect heavy traffic heading east on 64 between Armistead Avenue and Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel. For those of you heading west on 64, expect delays between Military Highway and Route 17, as well as between Norview Avenue and Tidewater Drive. Bumper-to-bumper traffic on 264 eastbound between Effingham Street and Berkeley Bridge. And be aware that the Coleman Bridge will be lifting at 9 a.m. I'm Elena Vexo on Fox Sports.
James Catato tells us tonight
Rapid Radios
there's a new team making new noise in the USL2 scene on the other side of the water.
Something special is brewing inside the walls of the Virginia Beach Sportsplex.
We're not here for moral victories. When we're on our day, we're a legit team.
See the stars of the future in pre-professional action at the Virginia Beach Sportsplex. This combined season ticket special is for men's and women's. That's 15 games for just $100 for adults and $80 for youth. VBU has a brand new women's team that competes in the W League. Soccer fans, it's time to rally behind Virginia Beach United. Tickets are on sale now. Visit vbunited.com. Don't miss out on Virginia Beach United.
As a banker at Town Bank, we believe that people bank with people, not with banks. You're looking for an actual personal relationship, and that's what you get at our bank. You get that person that gets to know you, gets to know your business, is there for you. I think that is what motivates us, what drives us, and the idea that we are trying to serve others and enrich lives, I think is very true.
Hi, this is Wayne Williams of Williams Deloach. I'm an experienced personal injury attorney, and I hope you don't need my services because I certainly don't like to see people injured on a daily basis. But in preparation for that unfortunate situation, your insurance coverage is very vital to your case. Give me a call today. I'd be happy to discuss your insurance situation for you and your family. That's the most protection you have, and you want to have that ahead of time.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. You need John Maynard. PFP, LUTCF, EA, all those initials behind his name mean he's qualified to work on your taxes. He's an ATA, accredited tax advisor. He's an ATP, accredited tax preparer. He's a fellow at NTPI, the National Tax Practice Institute. And if all that weren't enough, he's also been voted the best of Norfolk and the best of Virginia Beach Awards. John Maynard has been professionally trained in tax preparation and representation. He brings to the table over 30 years' experience in federal and state returns. He delivers personalized, one-on-one service, and he's a certified electronic filer. The IRS likes electronic filers. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service, 455-6763.
At Atomic Wings, we prioritize real chicken with fresh, all-natural, never-frozen ingredients, all packed with serious flavor. Order from over 15 awesome flavors at atomicwings.com.
Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on Fox Sports 1310. This is the Morning Drive with Johnny D on Fox Sports 1310 a.m. and 100.9 FM.
Wrapping it up on a Feel Good Friday edition of the program. Want to thank everybody for their texts, for their tweets all week long, for the comment box on the YouTube stream at Cova Sports TV. Do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button today. Caterpillar has chimed in this morning. Who don't you all know? Tone Hollywood, local legend. That's Suave, man. Me and Tone hang out on a regular basis, I guess. Hank says Tree Rollins, Clemson needs to avoid the dreaded 5 seed. Cowboys, baby. And Warpath, Clemson is a fun town. Got to visit the SO Club. Never been to the SO Club.
I've never been to
Don't
it.
look at me.
Don't look at me.
Please. What club am I visited? Come on.
What
That
club
ain't
have you
happening.
been to? Well, you have been to a strip club before.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, when you interviewed the hockey player?
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right,
Out of
man.
Miami.
Jimmy Campbell. Look him up. Jimmy Campbell, St. Louis Blues. Him and I used to burn the midnight oil. Good times. Let me tell you. Good times. Suave's motivation for a Friday, that is coming up here in a bit. I'm just reading the article on Stephen A. and this new deal that he signed or re-signed to stay with ESPN. We don't have time today to get into it, maybe next week, but $100 million, 5 years, so $20 million a year. He's no longer going to be doing the NBA coverage, though. He might do a pop-in once in a while, ultimately hosting a 2-hour show every day. That's really all he's going to be doing, which allows him more free time to work on his passion, Suave, which is...
What, basketball?
Nope. Running for office in 2028. So get ready. He's been doing the rounds. He's been on The View. He's been on a bunch of shows talking about how he would be the political candidate, I believe, for the Democratic Party.
Wait a minute. He's taking this serious?
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well,
this is what I
he's
talked
been doing
about fucking the
interviews
porta
all
potty.
week, man.
I know,
Suave,
but
I talked about the porta potty the other day, remember?
I know, but the fact, I thought he was doing it as just to go around
No,
and to entertain it.
not at all.
He's actually being serious?
Not at all. He is dead serious about 2028 campaign. in being one of the representatives. Absolutely. That's why he's been doing, all these pop-ins. He did The View the other day and talking about that. So we'll see.
Put him in a porta potty.
Look, it's going to be smack dab in the middle of his 5-year deal with ESPN.
You turn on the presidential debate the year before the election, and you see Stephen A. Smith going toe-to-toe with one Donald Trump or whoever their representative.
He was on Hannity. He was on The View. This is what he wants to do. He wants to get into the political party. Good luck.
Even though he's making as much as he's making with ESPN, he's going to let him go. Ditch him.
Look, ESPN, they have hitched their wagon to him and Pat McAfee.
Yep.
And the whole McAfee deal, I saw the video again yesterday, him complaining about the NFL at the Combine and, how he's not going to do it at the NFL draft. He's going to do it from his home base. And are people starting to sour on Pat McAfee? Is it getting to the point where the juice is not worth the squeeze with a Pat McAfee?
I don't know. I
because ESPN broke the mold. Like, that's not who they bring in, the Pat McAfee types. And a lot of people told him they were nuts. Now, look, he has done a nice job of driving a different demographic to what ESPN is trying to do. You got to remember, he cut his teeth on the podcast, where it's still a podcast show.
Yeah.
Ultimately, it's just broadcasted on TV.
Yeah, it's a YouTube show.
It's a YouTube show
Yeah.
that they put on ESPN after they edit it.
I think people still love him. I think what you said is why it's so important. That demographic he brings in. He brings in that younger demographic. I'll tell you what, man. And I'm one of these people. I'm not afraid to admit it. College Game Day this last fall, he is the solo reason I would tune into College Game Day. He's so entertaining. He's so funny to watch. And he's knowledgeable about it. And then all of his the kicking segments and everything, him standing next to the can, he is so entertaining. And he is so good for College Game Day. He's so good for ESPN to have on every day. He brings in that younger demographic because, let's be honest, when you're talking about guys like Stephen A. Smith, they're getting up there in age to the point where it's a whole new demographic who doesn't really listen to him anymore.
Absolutely.
He is so important for the younger demographic. Yeah. And I give props to ESPN for that.
But it goes back to what you said, Johnny. Pat McAfee is one of those guys that you feel like you can vibe with. Like, you feel like you have a connection.
He's so relatable.
He's so relatable.
That's right. Yeah. Stephen A., let's be honest, he doesn't really care about his listeners. Pat McAfee is so relatable, and I truly do think he does care.
Hey.
You're getting controversial over there, J-Lo.
No, I'm just saying, Pat
can we
McAfee
clip that,
is
please?
Pat McAfee is the best voice on ESPN.
You think Pat McAfee is the voice of ESPN?
Yes. Okay. He's the best voice of ESPN.
Okay.
It's hard to say that. I mean, not to say that.
I think it depends on what you're trying to get out of ESPN. If you're an old school X's and O's guy, McAfee, while he could break it down a little bit, that's not his shtick. That's not what he does.
It's two different names.
Stephen A. is all about creating drama and controversy and clickbait and everything else.
And I like him. Mm-hmm. But Pat McAfee, he's just more entertaining. And that's what this younger demographic coming up, they care about the entertainment. Like the Manning cast. The younger demographic loves that because they're entertaining. They're bringing on funny guests. And then, yes, they can break it down because they've been in that huddle before and they know all about it.
The one thing I will say about McAfee, he seems pretty loyal to his guys. Mm-hmm. These dudes that he does the show with.
Yeah.
Because they're really nobodies and he's made them into somebodies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AJ Hawk, and I like AJ Hawk from a football perspective, he's boring as hell. Like, he brings absolutely nothing to this show. He does.
I didn't even know he was up there.
Yeah. He does a pop-in from his home up in Ohio, I believe it is. He doesn't really bring anything to the show. So, but that's what ESPN is hanging their hat on right now. Is it going to be Pat McAfee? Is it going to be Stephen A. Smith? I don't know what's going on with Orlovsky. I thought Orlovsky was off of ESPN, but he's been making appearances again.
Why was he going to be a coach? What happened to that?
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I thought he wanted to be a coach.
I don't really know.
I'm not sure.
I mean, Orlovsky he's just great. I mean, I want him to stay on TV, but if opportunity comes, I'm taking it. But Orlovsky, I'm starting to really, really say like he's been one of my favorite guys on ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
What about also, when does Greeny enter this conversation?
Forget about Greeny.
Oh,
Greeny's another one.
He's number 3 for me, but he's becoming this guy. I mean, he's all ESPN is now in the morning.
Well, he is another one. He's the face of ESPN. If you're talking about faces of ESPN,
yes.
He's the neutral. He's not going to say anything controversial. Mm-hmm. He could do a lot of different roles at ESPN. He ain't going to complain. He's off radio now. Mm-hmm. So he's done with the radio. He just does the Get Up. He does the NBA. He's going to be that guy guy that you could go down the hall and say, hey, I need you for this. Are you cool? And he's going to say, absolutely, whatever the company needs.
Yep.
He will never leave. He is perfect for what they are. So he is that middle guy. He ain't McAfee. He ain't Stephen A. He's that middle of the road guy. He's not going to say anything that's going to get somebody in trouble. That's not what he does. But Stephen A. has made a living off of saying the controversial comments. I will tell you, I am curious to see how Stephen A. approaches what happened with LeBron last night.
I want to see, man.
If that is not your opening headline of First Take, I don't know what is.
Somebody's getting fired.
He better not try to throw it out the way, be like, oh, that's just that was between us. No, buddy, because you had LeBron James, who's basically the face of the NBA right now. We can say that in your face, standing over you like he was about 2 seconds from letting you know what the hand said to the face. And all you did, you see you talking up. You better say something on full take. First take. You better say something because you talk about anything else. But now you in the headlines. You better say something and don't walk away from this one.
I'm curious. And look, Stephen A. has gotten the job done because he's going to have me watch. At what time does First Take come on? 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
Right, at 10:01.
Yep.
I want to see what the opening headline is. It should be nothing else but Lakers, Luka, LeBron, Knicks last night, storyline. I know this video is out there. We're going to talk about it. We're going to put it out there. That's what I want to look at. Hey, very quick, before Suave's motivation for a Friday, just want to update the poll on the X at Drive Johnny D. Our poll questions this morning, number one, can ODU make a run at the Sun Belt Championship? A winner last night at the buzzer. They've got App State tonight. If they win, they've got Troy. And if they win, they got JMU, which would be spectacular.
That would be a story.
If you got a shot at JMU to get to the Sun Belt title with an opportunity to punch your ticket, that's what you want if you're ODU. We're 50-50 right now.
Yep.
50-50 say yes, 50-50. Okay. The second question this morning, poll question of the day, who would win in a boxing match? Charles Barkley or Kendrick Perkins? The options are Charles Barkley, Kendrick Perkins, draw, or won't go past the first round. Right now, Charles Barkley and won't go past the first round, sitting at 27%. Kendrick Perkins at 45.5.
Whoa!
Yeah, surprising. So the polls will remain open on the X this morning at Drive Johnny D. Okay, so there you go. All right, Suave.
It's all yours.
Send us off into the weekend, my friend.
Right off into the sunset.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that. First of all, everybody who listened, everybody who tuned in. Tone Hollywood, thank you for coming on the show. Everybody that's been part, even Hank, Lil Hunky is a rap name, I guess, now. So thanks, Lil Hunky, for coming on and giving us a rap. My motivation speech right today is about failure. And this comes from Dennis Waitley. It says, failure should be our teacher, not our undertaker. Failure is delay, not defeat. It is a temporary detour, not a dead end. Failure is something we can avoid only by saying nothing, doing nothing, and being nothing. And my motivation speech for everyone is this. Don't look at failure as a bad thing all the time. Sometimes failure is what's needed for you to grow. Failure is what's needed for you to build, because failure could be a lesson. Maybe something didn't try out the first time. Maybe something didn't try the second time. You keep on going until it's perfect. So don't ever look at failure as a dead end. Don't ever look at failure as a bad thing. Learn from failure. Learn from your mistakes. Learn what you can do better. Because when failure happens, don't be afraid of it. Because on the opposite of that failure is success. So continue on growing, continue on going, and continue on learning. Every day, learn something new and apply to it. And you'll see. It's going to get better. It's going to get greater. So don't ever let failure stop you in your journey. But once again, that's my motivation for Friday. Take it for what you want to. We got a weekend coming up. Monday, we got overreaction. Of course, we're going to talk more about the NFL free agency because NFL's king. What happened over the weekend? UNC, Duke. I'm going to say it. Syracuse and UVA. We're going to talk about that too. We're also going to talk about ODU. All that's coming on an Overreaction Monday. Once again, myself, Don Suave, my partner, Crying J-Lo, and the boss, Johnny D. This is the Morning Drive. We're powered by Cover Sports TV. We're on Fox Sports 1310, 100.9 FM. And if you want to see how the boys look and our good-looking faces, go ahead and look on YouTube at Cover Sports TV. We'll see y'all Monday. Take care, y'all.